Good evening, America. Welcome back on this Monday night. Another episode of Break the Machine podcast. Tonight, we got Firebrand, Cali.MAGA.Barbie hanging with us tonight. Coming in from California. You know she's going to come in hot. If you've been absolutely watching any of her posts on Instagram, you've probably seen her on Fox News and whatnot. She does not pull any punches. And that's what we love about her because she's awesome, right? Because that's how we get down on this show. We don't pull any punches. We give no quarter when no quarter is due. So we're going to hang with her tonight. We're going to get into some more California. You guys know that we've been absolutely getting it on California and New York City because we have not only friends of the show from both places, but a lot of our viewers from both places too. So big elections in both places coming up, and we're going to be getting into some of that, maybe a little bit of culture war. Uh, Whatever it is that Cali's going to bring to us, we know that we're going to probably enjoy it, and we're definitely going to have an opinion on it, like we always do. Um, so without further ado, I am going to bring them both up on the screen here, and I got one thing I got to do, and then MAGA Barbie, we will let you introduce yourself. First thing I want to do is
Mhm,
Scott, okay, hit
mhm.
200,000 followers on Instagram over the weekend, okay? And I missed his live yesterday because of some family stuff and whatnot. And I just want to say, Scott, bro, great stuff that you're always putting out. Fantastic job. Well deserved with the following and the views that you get on your channel, on your page and whatnot. And I just want to thank you, okay, for bringing some of that over here. Scott and I have been going at it for almost a year now. We have our 1 year anniversary coming up on October 20th. And I just want to say thanks, Scott, for freaking hanging out and continue doing and continue that grind, man. We love you, brother. So, without
Thank
further
you.
ado, April Silverman, Cali.MAGA.Barbie is in the house. What is going on, April?
Hey, thanks for having me.
Well, California, where are we
Uh,
at? You guys got a whole bunch of stuff going on.
yes, we have a crazy election going on right now, a special election that we were not supposed to have that's costing taxpayers $300 million
Good Lord.
because Gavin Newsom needs like a moment. He's running for president and this is his stage. So, this is what he's doing. Instead of helping us with the homeless, the wildfire rebuilding, he's busy now with this special election because he thinks that it's going to bring him a platform to run on in 2028.
Oh, we just got raided. C Dub just rated us. We're sorry about that, Callie. We'll get right in there. We get rated from time to time on Rumble. It's one
Mhm.
of the things, and they bring that's awesome. Thanks, Sanoski. We appreciate it. Say hello to the Raiders, fam. Go ahead. So you were saying
Oh,
Prop
sorry.
50, right?
Prop 50. So California has an independent redistricting committee to avoid
Hmm.
what Gavin Newsom is doing right now. And he's doing it anyways. So it's totally against the California Constitution. It's not like Texas. Texas had the authority to do it. And
Hmm.
here we even had polling that majority does not want this election, and he still isn't listening and spending money that we do not have here to make this happen.
He seems to like to spend money just like he's a spendthrift. He just whatever he can do to just continue to make it more expensive in the state of California. He's absolutely gutted California. I love California because I have family out there. I was stationed out there in the 1990s. So I kind of got it's a special place in my heart. So it's sad to see such a beautiful state just absolutely go right down the tubes because of the leadership. So who does he have with him? Okay, that's actually helping him do this.
George Soros is involved.
Okay.
He gave a ton of money, and also the guy, the CEO at Netflix. So everybody's got to keep their eyes on Netflix right now because between all the trans stuff everyone's discovering that they're pushing on toddlers and
Mhm.
they're spending money on this election, they have a whole grift going on, the two of them. He pays for his like campaigning. So like the anti-recall campaign, he gave
Mhm.
millions, and then Newsom gave him contracts to film in California, millions of dollars, bonds, money, grants. We don't money we don't have. So they have,
Right.
these relationships. All of these corrupt politicians. It's unbelievable.
We're getting a little bit of crackle in your mic. Hasn't like a lot of Hollywood like kind of disappeared from California because of how expensive it is. They've gone to like Arizona, from my understanding. They're opening up in Texas. They're in Georgia, anywhere where it's a little bit cheaper to film.
They have, and majority hasn't filmed in California. Like 28%, I think, of production from Netflix has been in California. That's why
Okay.
it's so mind blowing that they're doing this right now.
Hmm. Hey,
Netflix is
Christina.
losing
Hey,
money.
Rowena. Go ahead, Scott. Sorry, brother.
So Netflix is losing money because I don't know if it's the fact that Elon's telling everybody to boycott them over that bullshit in their TV shows or movies, but they lost a ton of market value the past week.
Yeah, I saw that over the weekend. They lost quite a bit of
Mm-hmm.
money. And with
Yep.
the like what you were saying, April, that people are paying attention. They're starting to see that their kids are seeing this trans stuff. Listen, we've gone we've gone on real rants on this show about the Transformers and the Decepticons. Okay, we understand that there's like real life gender dysphoria and stuff like that that actually exists. It's a small percentage of the population.
Mm-hmm.
We know that they exist. It's this other crazy stuff that they're just jamming down people's throats, and in particular to kids, right? Because they want to desensitize children from all this sexual stuff, okay, in order to do nefarious things.
It's all an agenda for them.
Yeah, your mic. We're having. We could barely hear you. Your mic's cracking on us, April.
You can hear me?
Yeah, it's crack. Your mic is cracking.
It's very shaky.
Well, I don't know.
If you have to go out and come back in, that's not a problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back. Sorry.
Okay, that's no problem.
Man,
Yeah,
you know
vote
what?
Nina.
I, I think you're wrong about Newsom though. I think he's doing a great job. I mean,
He's being
isn't
facetious.
aren't we on year 16 of the whole homeless plan? I mean, that's going great.
I
He's
know.
he's dealing with it.
Oh, he's
He
dealing
spent
with it, all right.
how many billions has he spent on it so far?
What about the railway to nowhere? The billions of
Mm-hmm.
dollars he spent there as well, right? Like, it's been an absolute disaster. But they spent something like $10
I
billion
think Trump
or probably even more.
I think Trump defunded that, didn't he?
I think he finally defunded that this year. I agree. I think you're
Mhm.
right. I think he finally was like, yeah, we're
I
not
really do.
spending any more of that money. You guys can just like you can go scratch with that shit. You guys have
Mhm.
I don't even know what they built with that money.
They didn't. They built what was
Not
it?
even a mile, right?
It's like something so embarrassing. Yeah, it's probably like maybe like quarter mile or half a mile, and I don't know
Hmm.
how many hundreds of millions they spent. And they're just it's all like on they spend millions just on freaking zoning approvals.
Yeah, I know. By the
It's just
time
the most asinine way. I don't know why anybody would want to do any business in California.
it's a sad thing, man. They talk about California. He's always talking about California being what the fifth biggest economy in the world or some shit like that. And I don't know how, I don't see it. Maybe because I'm just not really paying attention. I don't
Well,
know as far as like going deep into it, but like I don't see it, man. I see businesses running left and right.
yeah, the fifth biggest like production. But the whole point is, who gives a shit if you're in the red?
Right,
Who cares?
right.
It's like it's like oh we sold the most brownies at the bake sale, but unfortunately we didn't make a profit. We only made like $5. Oh shit! Well, that's him saying, oh well, yeah, but we sold the most brownies.
Right. Yeah, we're waiting on April to come back. She was having some sound issues. She'll be back shortly. But we're if you're just joining us, it's all about California again tonight. It's just very important to continue to talk about. There's an election coming up, and she was mentioning in the beginning of the show. Uh, she was mentioning in the beginning of the show that um, you got this gerrymandering thing that's going on that is going against the California Constitution and whatnot. So
Hmm.
this is something that as Californians, those of you who are watching, you guys got to get the word out. You absolutely must get the word out. Oh,
Yep.
all
Yeah,
right, April.
super important.
Yeah, we got you.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Much better.
Better? Okay. Okay, sorry. Um,
No, no, it's
so
okay.
basically, I've been using the same platform I used last year. I got 10,000 voters to vote down the ballot conservative in LA. That even the
Nice.
LA Times, who's super left leaning, called me to cover it. They're like, how did you do it? Everyone's saying it was all you, that certain
Right.
cities on the map are now red.
Right. Well, we actually covered the day after the election. We actually spoke about it. We brought up the map of the country as a whole, and how red everything got. And I know there was a whole bunch of blue counties that are no longer blue. They flipped
Mhm.
red. So it's again, it's these dense areas, LA, the LAs, the San Franciscos. I don't know what the hell happened to San Diego. It used to be a red town. I don't know what's going on down there. Hopefully, we can flip
Not
that back.
anymore.
But I believe Orange County has flipped back red, correct?
Yeah. Orange
Because
County, you can go and see MAGA Pat people everywhere. Not even
right,
a question.
That's
No one
great.
will bat an eyelash.
That's
how
great.
did they end up flipping that for the short period of time that they did? I didn't understand that. Was it some rig shit that they did?
Yeah, there was some sort of election where they, I don't know, took too long to count mail-in ballots. They kept
Ah,
delaying and delaying, like they
Of
did
course
for
they
the
did.
mayoral race. That's how I got Karen Bass here.
right.
So it took 3.5 weeks to count one city. That doesn't make any
It's just isn't
sense.
that just amazing, right? Like how long it absolutely takes to count ballots. Like I can remember. I'm old enough, okay, to remember hanging chads, and even with the hanging chads, that that night, okay, elections were
Mhm.
called.
Wow. Yeah.
Never have to.
Yeah,
We never had to worry
didn't we
about.
know it? Didn't we know it by like 8 o'clock or something? Like early hour,
Hmm.
Yeah,
like
we
eight or
usually.
nine, maybe.
Yeah, I would say the latest would be like 10 o'clock. You knew what was going on, right? Like,
Hmm.
because we always had to wait for the West Coast to shut down, right, and start counting, because of the West Coast and like we never really paid attention to Hawaii, unfortunately, and what do you call it, Alaska. We paid attention to the West Coast more than anything, but once the ballots were I'm sorry, the polls were closed. Okay, it was just like we already knew what was going on, what was done in the East. We had already known what was Central, and Mountain was kind of right up there with the West, but it was always before. And then we waited, but like 10, 11 o'clock at night, we usually knew, okay, what elections were going to be called. Not like these 3, 4 weeks later. This
Hmm.
this ballot counting thing for 4 weeks is just insane.
It's
It
embarrassing.
is right out of the Marxist playbook.
Yeah. With that race, Rick Caruso was winning for the
Hmm.
first week. And all of a sudden, those last 2 weeks, every ballot dump that came in was for Karen Bass. And
So they
it's
just did this
BS because we know that the Democrats always vote early. So I
right.
don't think they were
Right.
voting now.
Oh, they're
So they
probably
did
just
the
counting
whole
the same
thing like what
ballots
they did
over and
with
over.
Biden, right?
Yeah.
Like so it was the same thing, right? So like
Hmm.
3 o'clock in the morning they dropped ballots and
Hmm.
the chart went straight up for Biden, but like not 200,000 ballots, not one of them for Trump. That just statistically it doesn't compute at all.
It's
Yeah,
And
unbelievable.
that
Rogue.
happened under Kamala too. It actually happened in places like Wisconsin, I think Nevada. They actually got dumps really late at night, except she was losing so badly that it didn't matter.
Yeah. This for you,
What? Didn't she just say it was the tightest election in history?
She had the
yeah.
nerve to say that. I think she was drunk though on that interview.
She's always drunk.
This is for you, April. This is Rogue Nina. She's out ride or die. She's actually out in California. She
Mhm.
said, "Excellent job, April. I saw that even the Sacramento Bee, the rag of a newspaper, is even over on our side with this bullshit gerrymandering."
Wow. That's amazing. Just
That
shows how bad it really is, honestly.
yeah, that even the
Hmm.
leftist papers are like, yeah, what are we doing here? Right? Like it's
Yeah.
just this is just nonsense. It's absolute, bananas what's going on. Um yeah, again, it's sad for me because like I said, California kind of has a little special place in my heart. I was stationed out there for quite some time. I have family. I've been going back and forth from the Northeast as a kid and whatnot. So like the whole LA area was big for me. growing up and stuff like that. And I got to party in the 1990s in Hollywood, so it was fun. I had a good
Yeah.
time and whatnot. So it's really sad to see what has actually happened to a very beautiful state. The state is still very beautiful, right? So like you can go to any state, even New York, even Illinois, and outside, everything is still beautiful. Actually, Chicago's cleaner than New York right now, surprisingly enough. And
Wow.
it's just because the conservatives in Chicago that in their little bastions they keep their areas clean and stuff. It's private money that actually pays to take care of stuff. They don't depend on the city for anything. Um,
Yeah.
Mm.
when you go to a place like New York, it's just like it stinks. There's trash all over the place, and this goes back to De Blasio.
Mhm.
Just absolutely destroyed the city, and it was sad for me. I grew up a portion of my life in New York City, so to see it go down the shithole was just like really, really bad. Just like San Francisco, you can't even. You gotta pay attention to an app to make sure you don't step on any crap in San
Yeah.
Francisco. Is it just as bad in LA with that stuff? Because I know the homeless situation in LA is actually pretty bad.
So it's pretty bad, but it's certain areas that are worse as opposed to
Hmm.
others. But there's a real grift going on right here. I know
Mhm.
people that like are kind of shady with the government. They had like past, deviances with the law. So
Hmm.
I think they made deals, and Karen
Okay.
Bass will trust them. So they
Right.
are kind of money laundering. They're building housing that no one's accepting. Not one homeless not one encampment this entire
Hmm.
year has accepted housing and benefits that I worked on. Not one.
Hmm. Well, can you go into that a little bit more? I didn't realize that you worked for you're trying to help the homeless out in California. So, yeah, get into that. Just roll right
That's
in
how I
because
started.
it is a big grift. The homelessness, not even just in California, across the
Yeah.
country, okay, in these major cities, it is a massive grift, okay? We got these NGOs that they take massive amounts of money, okay, that they're paying people, six-figure jobs, all right, and they're in many cases they got two or three people doing the same thing, actually not doing anything at all, but like the same functions with these astronomical, okay, paychecks that they're getting. But again, we still got the problem of people on the streets, right? And they're not getting to where they need to go.
Yeah. So how I started was I saw that there was a homeless guy that was selling drugs, and he started creeping into my residential area,
Hmm.
which to me is like unheard of. Like I was like, that's it. Commercial, okay, but now
Hmm.
residential, that's totally fine. They won't do anything. They won't stop them if they
Hmm.
refuse the help. So one day I got it scheduled with the city that they'll clean up the area. So it's like hotel room service for homeless people. They come, they clean up, and then they still stay, come back, and do everything all over again. And then you'll get it scheduled probably in like 4 months' time. So I hired security. I snuck in at 5 in the morning, and basically we kicked him out, took over the space, and I had construction workers waiting for me at 9 a.m. So I didn't leave till they came, and we built a wall so that they couldn't
No
come
shit.
back. Yeah. By
The
the time
walls
the
work.
guy came back at
The
5,
walls work.
it's too late. Yeah.
And this is,
It's
hey, what's going
fantastic.
on, Race? And this is, wait a minute. So you built this wall in your residential area to just kind of, and you paid for it?
I got the business owner, I'm lucky, for the spot
Okay.
nearby.
Okay.
He paid for it.
How did that go with
Um,
all the zoning issues that California has with like doing
Mm.
anything? That
Yeah.
they must have busted your chops on that one.
So I relied on their inaction, like, and got away with it basically, because they don't
Really?
do shit.
That's awesome. You
Yeah.
know, that's
It
fucking
wasn't like
great.
the guy you picked that was gonna file any paperwork or anything.
Yeah.
But they went and lied when I was on the news that night. They went and
Uh-huh.
lied to them because ABC called them, and they're like, "No, we got the guy housing."
Yeah.
Um, the guy is still
Sure they did.
living in a van with 3 dogs and like a minivan with crap all over, taped. It's not normal.
Right. It's
Yeah.
unhealthy too. Right. It's not
Yes.
just like not only
So
it's just very
sick.
unhealthy. It's incredibly unsanitary.
Hmm.
But you said something earlier that was like true, right? Like they do nothing, okay, to as soon as they refuse help, they just leave them be. And then it's
Yeah.
still they're still terrorizing people on the street. Obviously, listen, not every homeless person is terrible, and they're not always trying to mess with people. They're just in their own worlds a lot of times, okay, and
Hmm.
just don't want to be bothered even when you're trying to help them, which is sad. But the grift is what's upsetting because there's a lot of money getting poured into homelessness. Okay, not
Yeah.
just from the states, but like private money too. People donating and stuff, and it just still never gets to where it has to.
No, they're building housing that they're not accepting. And I think, like, let's say every cleanup or every paint job for graffiti, I think they're billing back 5 or 6 times the amount that it would actually cost. So
Right.
we're just, it's the definition of insanity. Let's clean
Right,
up for the same guy to go to the bathroom on the floor again,
right,
and not move. They literally
right,
do. There's arson burn marks on the sidewise. So they pressure wash it, but it's going to happen again. They're still smoking crack.
right,
They'll never force them to go and get help. So I don't know
right.
what the plan in place here is because nobody's accepted the help. And she spent a few hundred million just on LA.
And that's Karen Bass, correct?
Karen Bass. Yeah. She is
So
really corrupt, like big time.
Doesn't like all her friends and family like have all the city contracts and crap like that?
Hmm. I drive by her house. She lives in my neighborhood. She's in the Getty mansion that we pay for,
Hmm.
obviously. And she has like a whole entourage, like,
Of course.
I don't know, random people that she pretends are family members. She walks with like kids that aren't hers. There's like a
Wow.
whole thing going on there. Something very strange.
shit is weird.
Yeah,
She's a weirdo anyway. When you listen to her talk, she's just an absolute weirdo.
She is.
she's a
It's
She
just
really
sad.
is.
Scientologist.
Oh
I
God.
didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I didn't know. I just learned something new today. Didn't
Wow.
even realize that.
I'm in Clearwater, so I'm in Clearwater here in Florida. So we got Scientologists all over downtown.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
Oh no. Oh well.
As long as they stay
What do we
downtown, I don't care.
just just stay in your lane. Just stay in your lane.
Hmm.
Stay there.
Yeah, just that's how I am with stuff too. Just like
Because they're funny.
if it wasn't Scientology back in the day, it was the Hare Krishnas and whatnot.
Yeah, whatever happened? Whatever happened to them? Yeah, like it
Oh
looks like
my
they
God.
died out.
Hey Blondie, good to see you. Blondie will be back with us on Wednesday night to hang with us for another episode of Break the Machine podcast. What happened? Do you see Hare Krishnas anymore in LA? I used to see them all
They
the
used to
time.
be at the airport, right? Didn't they used
Everywhere.
to be there?
Bro,
I
everywhere. They weren't just at the airport. They were. You could see them on Hollywood and Vine. They were absolutely everywhere.
I don't see them
yeah.
at all. That's a good
they
question.
Hmm.
just, they just, they scooped up the Hare Krishnas and got rid of them, but they left the homeless.
Exactly.
Nope.
They shipped
Hmm.
them off somewhere else, but they left the homeless. The
Oh my
fuck? You
gosh.
can't make this shit up.
Probably
You
all in
can't.
Denver now or something like that.
They are. They're probably in Colorado.
Hmm. Colorado Springs.
You
They
just
probably
missed.
did
I
a
missed them all.
swap-a-roo with the state,
Did.
sent them there, took more illegals
Hmm.
here and more
Hmm.
homeless to dump on us here.
Oh my
Yeah,
God. Colorado used to be another beautiful state too. Actually, it's still
Oh,
very pretty when you go there. I was
that's
recently in
gorgeous.
Denver to go see a 2 day Metallica concert, and it's
Hmm.
such a pretty city. Okay, but they're literally infested with drugs everywhere. Everywhere you look, there were people on the just getting high. It just and it's just like, and not just with weed. Okay, just like literally like mainlining and stuff like that. They don't do anything about it. And you're looking around in
Yep.
all these beautiful apartments and these beautiful buildings and high rises, and you're like, why is there no police presence here to scoop these people up and do what it is that they got to do or anything? Nothing. They just let them
Mhm.
do whatever they want. It was safer. We went to the hood, okay, to go to this famous Mexican restaurant that the South Park guys own. Can't for the life of me remember the name because my memory is for shit. And it was safer there than it was downtown.
wow. I
It's
believe
just
it.
amazing. It's just amazing. But I didn't see any Hare Krishnas at the airport in Denver, Scott.
Isn't that the airport? Isn't that the airport that has all that weird, funky architecture too? Like those almost like satanic type like
Wouldn't
imagery.
surprise me.
Oh
I probably
I
wasn't
thought
yeah.
paying
I thought it was
it wouldn't
Denver.
surprise me.
They
You
I
know
put up
think
what?
these like
Denver. I think you're right.
I
yeah,
think
they
you're
have these
right.
like weird sculptures and like
Yeah.
uh mosaics,
Baphomet.
and it's like, and
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's like, whoa, why? It's like, why would
You
they have that in a major airport? Can only be
because
one reason why, I guess.
you know what? I
Colorado's
didn't even
super
see any of that.
corrupt too.
I
Mhm.
didn't even see any of that stuff because like I was too busy waiting for my bag that didn't come until that night.
Wow.
I had to get it dropped
After
off
the
at the
concert?
airport. Yeah, they literally okay, so just you guys know we go everywhere, we talk about everything. So we show up right to Denver and we're going the first night
hmm
is that night on a Friday night. The second night is on Sunday. So we go and my brother gets an email first that his bag is still in North Carolina. Okay, it's gonna be on this. Actually, it's in flight. Gonna make it on the next flight to Denver from North Carolina. And so I was like, "Oh shit!" So like his girlfriend's bag comes through just fine, and I'm waiting for mine, and I don't see it. And then all of a sudden, I get the email, and I'm like, "Well, I guess it is what it is. Our bag's what it is." Then you get the "We don't know where your bag is" email. So I'm like, "I guess my bag is in Fiji somewhere." in Bangladesh or some shit. I don't know. So like,
hmm
I put in the information for the hotel. My brother does the same thing because you have an option to do that. And I will say the people at the hotel were absolutely fantastic. If you guys have never stayed at a Drury Inn, they're fantastic. They got dinner, you got free drinks and all that other stuff. You get a 3 drink. Real Luna, it's good to see you, honey. Um, and sure enough, we told the front desk, all right, and they called me at the concert when our bags got there. They were like, "Hey, Mr. Soto, we just want to let you know that when you get back from the concert," all right, and it just so happened to be in between bands, so I was able to hear. Otherwise, I wasn't gonna be able to hear shit. And she was like, "We got your bag. You just tell your brother we got his bag too, and it'll be up at the front desk when you guys get back." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And they went the extra mile for us, so like it was pretty cool. But we weren't sure if American Airlines was gonna drop it off. We had some guy named Javier or some shit drop it off because we got an email saying that Javi was gonna drop off our stuff and whatnot. So
Lovely.
yeah. And real Luna Lopez is actually gonna be on the show. When is she on, Scott?
17th.
Do you remember? The 17th should be on with us.
17th.
So just so you guys know, if you're just joining us right now, April Silverman. Cali.MAGA.Barbie, Firebrand, okay? Because if you guys are paying attention to her Instagram, not only is she chopping it up, but she's actually pretty damn funny. Some of her posts, um, actually pretty freaking hysterical.
There's a lot
I
to
laugh.
laugh at too.
There's a lot to laugh at too. There is. She's
Easy.
like you went all in
Very
on the
easy.
you went all in on the sombreros this past
Oh
weekend. I
my
could
gosh.
not stop laughing at those posts.
I was dying from that. It's so funny, honest. And they freak out about it. But like
hmm
the Latinos are having the best time with it. They can take a joke, but
Yep.
the
Yeah,
Democrats are freaking out like we did the craziest thing.
so
Yep.
funny. The funniest
I
shit
don't.
was with
Yep.
JD Vance. When JD Vance gets up on the screen and he's like, if you
Ritardo?
just, yeah, he's just like, if you just come back and, he tells Akeem Jeffries, if you come back and you work with us and we get the government going again, the sombreros will stop.
Uh,
I could
hmm
not stop laughing. He did that
Who did
shit on
he?
prime time too.
Who did he call dipshit last week?
It was that one of the Krasnstein brothers. I don't even know. I can't pronounce their name. I don't know.
oh,
Oh,
they're
the
so
Um,
Krassensteins.
weird.
yeah,
Oh
the
yeah, you know about. She
Krasnsteins.
knows about them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
The fact that he's calling people out like that on X Men, he's getting ready for 2020,
he is.
2028.
He is absolutely
If
getting
he's
ready.
already calling people publicly dipshit, that's awesome.
He's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
he's fucking JD Vance. And he was even laughing at some of the memes that they were throwing out with him, making him real fat and everything like that. He was
Oh,
laughing
He
and
his ass
loved
South
off.
it.
Park. He
Yeah,
took
Yeah, he
that in
loved it.
stride and they really went after him on there.
they
They
did.
make him look like a weirdo.
They did. They definitely made him look like
That's what
shit.
the
Just
left.
made me
That's
snort.
Yeah.
that's what the left doesn't understand. They don't understand, like the Republicans and like conservatives. We like lean into meme culture.
We
If
do.
you like make fun of us, we love it. We're like, yeah, actually, this is even funnier.
Yeah,
Totally.
we'll post that shit on our own pages and be like, "Did you see this? What
Yeah,
they made of me?" And just like laugh about it. We get
Exactly.
upset about
'cause
that.
it's
It's like, why
funny.
would we get upset? It
No.
is. It is just
But the
absolutely.
left can't meme though. Have you
They can't.
seen Newsom's
I
press
say that
secretary
all the
page?
time.
I
Oh
have
God,
not.
no.
Oh
So
God.
that's
afraid.
what
Wait a minute.
everyone's talking about.
What is the okay? Well, who
So
is it on Instagram?
it's on X.
All right,
It's the
hang on.
press office. It's like a must
All right.
see.
All right, hang on. Let's go. Let's go. We are going to absolutely dump all over these people because they suck and they can't meme for anything. Just waiting for X to come up, and they just told me what page to go, and I'll bring them up. Yes, based Blondie. The sombrero memes are definitely top tier. And they just keep coming. They just like somebody's always, and it's not even just putting a sombrero on
They're
Hakeem
still going.
Jeffries. They're still going. I saw one
They
today.
are.
It was literally a jet. They put a sombrero on it. It was flying in and landing on an aircraft carrier. And I was like,
Yeah.
this shit is never gonna stop.
I just
Yeah.
posted one right before we got on that the White House page posted.
Oh my god.
They probably went ballistic, but it's basically, you know, the Love Island song, Nothing Beats a
Oh,
Jet 2 Holiday. So then it starts with reggaeton. So it keeps going jet, 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 jet. So they for sure went crazy.
they
I
went
don't get it
ape
because
shit.
I have a lot of actually Mexican people in my family, and I've asked them. I mean, they most of them don't like Trump anyway. But at the same time, if I ask them, like, so what's offensive about this traditional Mexican hat and everything? They're like, nothing's offensive. I'm like, exactly right. So why would people be offended if they're being seen in it? They're like, they shouldn't be. Like, it's the liberal logic. They have to be offended though.
Well, that's their whole way of life, right? It's like they just continue to be upset about
They don't get it.
absolutely everything. They
Hmm.
virtue signal absolutely everything. They just can't help themselves. Blondie, did you put it in your Blondie's corner? Yeah, she did. Fucking Blondie. Oh my god. I love her. Oh, I gotta try to get that up. Yeah, she's if you guys don't know, April, Blondie was they nuked her account. She actually was following you on Instagram. She was
Oh,
putting that up.
wow.
She put that up. They nuked her account. This one scumbag, I'm not gonna say his name. He was out there doxing not only her, but he was doxing ICE agents and whatnot. And she was like reporting it and stuff. So what did Instagram do? Do what they always do. She's reporting, didn't do anything nasty and stuff like that. The guy came after her, sending his people to do all kinds of, hey, go help me find her and all this other stuff. He ended up getting the wrong
Hmm.
information on her anyway because he's a
Wow.
dipshit. But the same guy, okay, he doxed an ICE agent, so he got arrested in Georgia for that. Right? They literally took him from Illinois. I'm sorry, Indiana, picked his ass up, extradited him to freaking Georgia. But what he also did is he what do you call it? He threatened the whole Texas freaking assembly.
Wow.
Like on one
That's
of his posts,
psycho.
he told his people, he's like, if you're in Texas, go to the Texas freaking Capitol. Right now, they're holding a vote on something, and if they don't let so and so out, shoot them all up. So I think they they moved him from Georgia. I think he's in Texas right now. They literally had to evacuate the Texas Assembly.
That's not an
Okay,
insurrection?
yeah, they literally because of that, someone in their security, like in the I think it was forgot who does their protection. I think it's the Rangers. Yes, it's the Rangers because I was there a couple of years ago. Went to the Capitol and it was the Rangers that protect them. They what do you call it? They pulled it up and stuff like that, and were like, oh shit, and they evacuated everybody
Wow.
just out of to protect him. And so now he's definitely freaking. They hemmed him up. They got him in Georgia on the ICE docks, and then now he's facing what do you call it? I think 20 years or something in Texas. So and
So it
and
should be.
again, she ended up getting her account nuked because she was trying to do the right thing and say, hey, you guys need to do something about this guy. He's calling for violence. He's telling people to freaking act, okay, and she gets nuked.
It's unbelievable.
That's just the way it is.
Crazy.
They and I think his shit is probably still. I don't know if his shit's still up
It
or
probably
anything
is.
like that. Scoob, what is going on? Scoob is our comedian.
Scoob.
He says, don't forget that Hector is going to be running 3 Honda Civics with spoon engines. And on top of that, he just went into Harry's and bought 3 TXS turbos with NOS and a Motec exhaust system. He's
Yep.
Mexican, Scoob. He doesn't.
If
He
you ever
laughs
need a
at that shit
if
too.
if you ever need a catalytic converter out there in California, he can probably find something
He
from a
could probably
discount place.
he could probably find
Because they
somebody.
get stolen here every day.
We're not even joking about that.
Well,
He'll find you.
well, I don't
He'll
know.
find you
Yeah,
what you need.
No, I'm saying he could possibly personally find something for you.
that's great. No, because we need it here. Every day I get another message in my chat. Did anyone get their catalytic converter stolen tonight on the block?
No, it's not funny,
I know.
but it is.
So freaking sad.
Yeah.
They go around stealing catalytic converters.
Every
Holy
night.
shit.
Oh, they did it to an actor,
Mhm.
actually, like a soap
Really?
actor, and he came out with his gun and he got shot. He died. This
The
just
soap
happened a few
actor?
months ago.
Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. I
No
forgot his
shit.
name. Yeah.
Oh
Oh
wow.
wow. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's
It's
scary.
happening on a regular basis, this cattle. And they do nothing about it. The police won't come for something like that. Unless you're dead, basically, they'll come.
Yeah. Then they'll send us there. Then they'll send a counselor,
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
the
social
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 worker.
worker. Yeah,
social
talk to
worker.
the
Yep.
family. Yeah, we'll send a social
Yep.
worker to talk to the family.
That'll
You guys
work.
doing okay? I know you lost your loved one tonight.
Your husband was trying to
Breathing.
protect his family, got killed, and freaking. We
Yeah.
just want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the fact.
Just want you
That's
to know our thoughts
absolutely
and
insane.
prayers are with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, actually, they probably wouldn't even say our thoughts and prayers. We just like
Oh,
if
they
they
don't like that.
needed. Yeah,
Well, definitely
right.
not
We're
prayers.
just
Yeah. Definitely
yeah,
not
definitely
prayers.
not prayers, but our thoughts are with you. And if you need counseling, and then they hand you a brochure, call this number. 'Cause, not
And
the
you'll be
person
on
who's
hold
supposed
for
to be,
5 hours too.
not the person who's there who's supposed to be talking to the family.
Exactly.
Here's this brochure.
They'll send
Call this
them.
number down here. And when you call
Yeah.
it up, it's busy.
Yeah.
Just like in the, I picture it just like in the movie The Gangs of New York. There's a social worker will show up with a
Mm.
business card, say, "Here, don't forget, vote for Bass."
Yep. All right, Real Luna. Thanks for stopping by, honey. Have a fantastic stream tonight on IG with your peoples, and we will
Mhm.
see Real Luna Lopez on the 17th. She'll be hanging with us.
Yep.
Um, as you see, April, we go all over the place on this show. We just we laugh about shit
I
all
love
the
it.
time, even stuff that's not even funny. We can't help but to laugh because some of the shit
Oh, it
you
is
can't
funny.
make up. You just can't make it
You
up.
can't.
So it's
Yeah.
like it's just like you can't. It's like how is
No,
this even happening?
it's a good
All
question.
right. So what do you got going? Let's get back to some serious stuff again. What do you got going? You have early voting starting. When does that start in California? And
It
what do you need people
started,
to do?
they mailed out the ballots last week. So people are getting them every other day. And you can mail it back. I don't trust the Postal Service. They'll know if you're a registered Republican or not.
Right.
So no, thank you.
Mhm.
But 10 days before November 4th, then you can go in person and either turn it in or you can do it on the machine. So I
Okay.
prefer that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on to your ballot as long as possible.
Yeah.
And so
Well,
what exactly is in this Prop 50 and what do people in California need to vote? We know they gotta excuse me, vote no, but like can you just explain a little bit about Prop 50?
Yeah, so they aren't supposed to gerrymander right now. They have a couple years left, I think. It's supposed to be every 10 years.
they're not
And he
supposed to.
wants to do it anyways. Yeah. It's not supposed to be him. It's supposed to be an independent commission or something. And he doesn't care.
Filled with Marxists, but okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Not so independent,
Independent.
but
Yeah, sure.
right. Just gotta throw up the quotes.
Yeah, totally
Mhm.
independent. But he's doing it now. And if he goes through with this and it works out, it's going to be a very big problem here. It's like every election will be rigged here no matter what. So it's very scary.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say though that he's pulling this bullshit because of Texas, but the same token, there are a whole bunch of other states that pushed right back on it. Like, go ahead and gerrymander California. We're just going to gerrymander here. I think
Yeah.
Mhm.
Florida's in on it. I think
Hmm.
Nebraska's in on it. There's a couple
I
of
think
other like
Missouri already
red
did. I
states.
think.
I think Missouri already did it. Okay, and
Hmm.
was like, we'll just there's like literally like one Democrat left. It's just like it's like go ahead and keep messing around. We'll do it too, and continue to make sure we keep up. And we need it. But we need like good conservatives that can get elected.
Yeah.
The National Party is not doing a good. They started off doing good. They're not doing very good right now.
No.
Um, It's we see what's going on in New York City. They have abandoned Curtis Sliwa, and just to it, I'm gonna vomit in my mouth. Okay, just even saying, Cuomo. Okay, that
Oh,
they're
yeah.
actually want people to back Cuomo. This guy killed people in the state because of his policies and stuff like that. And Curtis Sliwa represents New York. If anybody represents New York City, it's Curtis
It's
Sliwa.
him.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, and we have people coming on the show all the time. Uh, some of our friends of the show are from New York City and they're fighting. They're patriots. They're fighting too, just like you, patriot out in California. We have quite a few of our friends of the show too that are from California that are constantly fighting, which is why we're constantly bringing this up because not only is there a big election coming up in California, New York City is about to get absolutely, devastated.
They're not unified on a candidate also. I wish they would have done this months ago and went all in on Eric Adams because I think he's the lesser of all evils. Cuomo should have never been involved and nobody should have given him a dime because so many
Hmm.
people have an aversion to him. I think he's disgusting and he grosses me out. So I wouldn't want to vote for him, but right now they don't have a choice. But they're not unified. You have tons of people who are going to vote for Curtis and tons of people going to vote for Cuomo. So it's just not, the math ain't mathing. It's not going to work. But I wish they would have given Sliwa a chance and the GOP went in all in on him and the independents. Because look at New Jersey. New Jersey may be flipping red. You have
Glad you
Democrats
Possible.
brought that up.
endorsing him.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
absolutely
really? I didn't
correct.
know about the Democrats.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
big mayors in New York are endorsing
he,
him. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, they're he's doing very well. But if you remember the last election, okay,
Hmm.
Trump missed it by 5%, literally
Yeah.
5%. So that was writing on the
Mhm.
wall with New Jersey. I know Scott
Yep.
Hmm.
Pressler has been freaking full steam ahead in New Jersey. He's back in
That,
Pennsylvania. He's been bouncing around, but like he was in New Jersey for a little bit. He'll probably be back there again to try to flip New Jersey red. So it's there for the taking for us. It's just the party is just well, don't even get me started on them. Go ahead, Scott. You were going to say something, brother.
I was going to say, we talked about that on the election. I pretty much brought it up. I think New Jersey was one state. I think Maine was the other one, where I
Yeah,
was just like, that they don't seem like blue states right now. You know, they lost. Trump lost them by single digits. That's not a blue
Wow.
state. That's a swing state. It's reached
yeah,
swing state status if it's only a single digits.
correct.
So,
Especially like New Jersey became a swing state. 5%.
mhm,
That's like you said. That's a swing state now.
that's
At
Yep.
this
nothing.
point.
That's very easily swingable.
Yeah,
If they get their ass to the polls and work.
Yes,
yeah. That's the
the
key is
big
just
if.
getting people.
They have a really shitty candidate on the left. That's why we're
Yeah,
lucky right now. So
Right.
yeah.
she just has scandal after scandal and she doesn't
Every
even
week,
prepare every
it's
week, but she
something
doesn't
new. Every week,
prepare
there's
to
something new.
answer the question. You're
Yeah,
going on
she can't answer a
Charlemagne the
question.
God. It's crazy.
That was
Yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah,
yeah.
but she already effed up at the debate on the same question last week. Like who's handling her? No one's prepping her for anything.
That's
Yeah.
okay. I
Yeah,
don't
I mean
care.
it's great. I'm
It's good.
happy,
Yeah,
but like I don't know.
I'm part of Operation Let Them Speak,
Hmm.
because I just
Hmm.
want them to keep dying on the dumb hills that they're dying on,
Yep.
because they'll eventually go away, right? Like it just is what it is. The younger generation is becoming more and more conservative. Uh, they want more tradition in their life and stuff like that, and we got to keep honing that because. And then listen, if you're in New York and you're in New Jersey, you're in California, Gen X, you got to stand up again. We did it. We did it we did it for the president and we did it for a lot of other stuff. We need you guys to stand up again. Um, it's just very what's going on, General Mills. He's our patriot up in Canada. Um,
Oh
we
wow,
we
Canada.
we
Hmm.
definitely yeah, we got
Well,
Canada, we got England.
one one thing that is going to help, I think, it's not really being talked about much right now, but the fact that Trump is already working with the Republicans to have a midterm, what do you call it, convention.
Yeah.
Mm,
They,
that's
that's
smart.
like that's the best idea. I don't understand why they haven't done that. in
I know,
forever.
right?
And now the Democrats are already talking about doing one too, which I don't really give a
Yeah.
crap what they
Mhm.
do.
What are they gonna have,
But
Yeah.
twerking Megan the Stallion again? That didn't work.
Probably.
probably,
Like
yeah, probably.
You
I
know,
don't. They
Cardi
don't
B.
learn any
yeah,
lessons.
yeah,
They
No.
yeah.
learn nothing.
Let them keep
But if you
dying on
can
their
get them to
heels.
come up, yeah. But if you can
Yeah.
get like a JD Vance up there and saying, "Look, listen, everybody, this is what we've actually done."
Yeah,
You're not going to hear it on CNN, but listen, we've actually done some shit.
Yeah.
yeah.
You might actually imagine if what are they what like right now in the Senate? What's the lead right now? Is it like by 4 or 5 in the Senate, or
It's
not even
54, right? Is it 54?
50,
Yeah. It's something like that.
50
Yeah,
54?
yeah,
They just need to pick up like 6 seats. If they could actually if they could somehow, I know it's a long shot. I'm not going to say it's going to
right.
happen, but if they could somehow get to 60, I think that's the magic number where they literally control the Senate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we need the
I,
rhinos out that give us a
And
hard
guess
time too.
oh,
that too. Yeah, we need.
Yeah.
yeah. We talk about
Murkowski's
that
already
at
talking
length.
about going to. Murkowski's already talking about voting, running as a Democrat. Let
Fabulous.
Letter.
Go.
Yeah,
her.
They
go
won't
for
Bye.
it.
touch her with a 10-foot pole. They don't want her.
Yeah.
Oh,
She actually won because she got her seat back because she actually got primaried out, okay, by a nice
Wow.
conservative in Alaska's conservative woman, and I can't. Her name is drawing a blank because I always do. She got primaried out. All right, she ran as an independent, and then she got the freaking Republicans to go
oh,
on board her ilk,
Yeah.
and they went to ranked choice
you know what?
voting. Okay, that ended up kicking Sarah Palin out too.
Sarah
All right,
Palin.
she
Yeah.
got tossed. All right, because like she was winning too, and that ranked choice shit
Wow.
screwed her. So it's like it screwed the
Um,
conservative senator up who would be there right now, right? And we ended up with
yeah,
Lisa McCluskey was back.
it's
Yeah.
horrible.
It is. It's good that freaking what's his name? Oh God, right, the old man. Uh,
Mitch McConnell.
yeah, it's it.
Cocaine Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch Foreskin Neck. Okay, McConnell is gone. All
Thank
right.
Yeah,
God. Good riddance.
Yeah,
that's
that's
one
that's
down.
that's good. Okay, Jonathan says we have 53,
Oh,
so we
wow.
need 7.
53. We need
Yeah,
7. That's a
7 more to
long
go.
shot
that's a long shot.
for one cycle.
Yeah,
That's a long.
yeah.
If we can pick up a
Listen,
couple here, if we could pick up a couple in the midterms and then a few more when JD runs, which is definitely possible. I mean, that's
yeah,
definitely not out of the realm of possibility if we just keep the momentum going.
we have to. But see, we got to keep doing things, okay, to actually keep the momentum going, right? Like
Yeah.
Scott, you and I have
Hmm.
talked about it. Like we call balls and strikes here on this show. So like when there's something that we're pissed about, we make sure we speak up because we hold our side accountable when we think something is wrong. The left
Yeah.
conglomerate of special interest groups that absolutely hate one another, but the one thing they do is when they congeal like the sewage that they are, they're really good at that. They always have been. Whereas we need to do a little congealing too with some things, but it's okay for us to speak out on things against one another. But when it comes to helping, we have to help each other. That like bugs me sometimes that we don't do that. Um,
We don't congeal though on even like the simplest things. I mean, you've got people.
yes,
How many senators and reps out there literally just like freaking badmouth Trump on a regular basis?
yeah,
It's not
on
even
our
a matter
side,
of like, oh well, I'm not really for this policy. No, they're just out there. Just they don't like anything that the conservative, MAGA, whatever. They don't want to be associated with that at all. And it's like you don't have anybody on the Democrat side doing that.
They would
Might
never.
have AOC and and Chuck Schumer might be at odds on X on about something, but when it comes down to the actual vote, nope, everybody's in lockstep.
correct.
Hmm.
Whoever knows what deals they're doing behind closed doors. I don't even want to know.
Yeah. Correct. It's just like they get it done.
Hmm.
Okay. They absolutely get it done. And I gotta commend the Marxists, right? They've been at it since the late 19th century in this country. They infiltrated absolutely every institution. They played the long game and we're watching it play out in real time now. Um, we constantly say, Scott and I are constantly saying, guys, in order for us to actually change the rules, we have to play by the rules that are in place right now and win. Okay,
Hmm.
we can't go scorched earth because that's just we're not going to get there. Okay, we're just not going to get there. I wish we could go scorched earth on some of this stuff, but we can't.
Yeah.
But yes, Jonathan, you're absolutely correct. McCarthy was absolutely 100% correct with the commies and the government and whatnot.
Yeah.
But We have to play the long game, and we have an
Mhm.
opportunity to play a little bit of a long game here. And like what Scott was saying, to just like keep winning, all right? Because we need a good solid, honestly, 20 years to undo all the shit that they have done for such a long time.
Yeah.
Mhm. That can
But it
happen.
doesn't. It
That's
doesn't.
actually the thing I'm the most confident about. I'm confident that as long as they don't screw up the economy, I think JD's hands-on candidate for 2028. And as
I
Yeah.
think
long as
so
he
too.
picks the as long as he picks the right VP, which
It's going to be
who knows,
Rubio.
probably Rubio. Rubio, that's not
Yeah.
a bad pick. I mean,
It's not.
Rubio's been impressive so far. He's been
Yeah.
very loyal to Trump, and he's been right there. That's not bad to. I'm sorry, that's not that bad to have a Cuban as the
Hmm.
VP. There's your minority contingent for the people that just care about it polls. There's
Yeah.
going to be a ton of Hispanics voting for him just because it'd be awesome to have a Latino
Yeah.
in the White
Yeah.
House. And guess what?
Correct.
If he does a good job, that's 8 years after Vance.
Yeah.
And then who does he pick? Who knows who he picks? Maybe he picks a Byron Donalds or somebody like that.
Oh, that could
Or I
work.
don't know. That'd be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's who I wanted Vance to pick was Byron Donalds. I think they'd wipe the floor with Democrats.
Yeah.
That ticket would
Yeah.
be
I,
awesome.
But
I
look,
think Byron.
Rubio's really proved himself since his, fighting the debates with Trump back in the day.
Yes.
Him and
It.
You
It.
know,
Cruz.
although
It.
remember all the water comments and everything? They'd be like
Yeah.
with the size of his hands and everything. It was like
Yeah.
crazy that they've like done a 180 on all that shit.
It's wild.
Well, guys, it goes back to 2016. Okay,
Yeah.
he got his ass handed to him. All right, especially by Trump. All right, but when he saw how Trump was moving in the White House and what Trump was up against, it changed him. Right, like he
I
actually he
think
took
so.
that spanking from Trump, but he went to Trump to talk to him. All right, and he's
Yeah,
changed ever since that. He has been on Trump's side since 2016, and now obviously he's killing it.
yeah,
Okay, as a Secretary of State, he's just absolutely wrecking shop. All right, I love to
Yeah.
see him on
yeah.
TV. He's just like it's a different Rubio from what I
Totally
was
Oh,
used to
different
yeah.
guy.
seeing.
Yeah.
Completely different man at this point.
He was good as
Yeah.
senator too. He
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
good.
he had his moments where he fell down the rhino, like he went down rhino lane for a little bit,
Sometimes.
but again I think once Trump got elected, it changed him.
Yeah.
Okay, and again he got his ass handed to him, all right, in the primaries and stuff like
Um,
that, and it changed him. He just had I don't know, he had an epiphany or something like that, and then from that point on he stood by Trump. He talked to him a lot. Trump's team, he
yeah.
saw what was going on, what Trump was going through, and it just changed him. And now, like you see, he gave him a really listen. Secretary of State is a very, very important position in the world. Okay. And he's
Huge.
on the world stage absolutely crushing it right now.
And he keeps giving him other jobs also.
I know
There's always
that's like
memes
isn't that the
about it.
latest meme?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
I love it.
So good.
He's like a good Republican. He's leaning into it.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
it.
Like whenever he gets a chance to make jokes about it, he's like, "Yeah, I think
he
this could be my
does.
next job."
Yeah, he's accepted that. He's accepted. He was just like, yeah, I'm pretty
Great.
sure I'm going to be doing that soon too. He's
Do you
absolutely
remember his
accepted it.
comments on? Do you remember his comments on Labor Day? He was like, "Oh, this is an extra special Labor Day for me as someone who has like 5 jobs here in the White House." It was hilarious.
It's hilarious.
It's great. And like
He's
you said, he
funny.
leaned into it. He leaned
Yeah.
into it. Okay. And that's the way it has to be. And that's the way we are anyway. We lean into the jokes when people make fun of us. We laugh at ourselves anyway. If you can't
Yeah.
laugh at yourself, you're gonna have a bad day. You got to be able to laugh at your own side.
Totally.
It's the one reason why I love South Park. I've loved South Park since its inception. Okay, because they've gone after everybody equally, although they've been a little bit more leftist recently, but still, it's still funny to me. I still
It's
laugh at
so
it.
funny.
It's hysterical.
Yeah.
And the Family Guy was like that for a long time too. Okay. Then he just went like complete left. But then, like, he was catching crap. Okay. Seth MacFarlane was catching crap behind the scenes from the Transformers and whatnot. And he was like, you know what? Fuck you guys.
Good.
All right. And he started freaking zipping in on them. Okay. On the Family Guy and everything. And I was like, that's just go back to what you did, man. You were
Yeah.
successful because you went after everybody equally and everybody was able to laugh.
That's how it always used to be, though. You used to go to a comedy club and they made fun of every race, every religion, like everybody equally. And we all just poked fun and laughed about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both
And
political
listen,
parties.
Yeah.
yep, both parties. Listen,
Yeah.
a lot of these stereotypes, especially coming from comedians, are based in some truth. And if you have an aunt or an uncle when they're talking about some shit, the same way it just resonates with you and you just start laughing about it because it's like, yeah, my aunt's like that or my uncle's like that. You know what? My
Yeah.
mother is like that, and you just start cracking up about some shit, because
Yeah.
there's some,
Yep.
some validity to what the comedian is talking about, and
Yeah.
when wokeism kind of hit us in 2015, and um, Obama was dividing the country and whatnot, it just like it killed comedy as a whole, right? It's the reason why Dave Chappelle did so good when he popped back up after being, he was gone for a while, he was MIA for a minute, all right,
Yeah.
and he popped back up, and Netflix stuck with him because he was making money for them. We lost you, Red Day, just he popped up. Um, he'll be back.
Chris Rock had a good one during the COVID on Netflix.
Hmm.
Remember that special after the
Yeah,
slap?
yeah.
That was amazing. And he made fun of January 6th, but not in an annoying way. Like, I actually thought it was hilarious. And
But
I'm
see, it's
very
okay.
sensitive to that. Yeah.
Listen, it's okay. Okay, we've had quite a few J6ers on our show,
Wow.
to tell their stories and whatnot and everything. But it's okay to make fun of stuff. It's all
Yeah.
right if you do comedy, like we were just saying. All right, we were able to laugh at things on our side, not just their side, but on our side as well,
Yeah.
because it was hysterical. It was like,
Yeah.
yeah, that is kind of true. All right, and you just laugh at it, right? Like
Right.
George Carlin was the best at it. Okay,
That's
like
right.
he would go after both sides equally, and he was right about a lot of things. The guy was a
Oh,
genius.
right.
Okay, and he not only did he make comedy out of it, but he was trying to give people lessons and wake people up at the same time,
Yeah. He
right?
was
So like
warning everybody.
he was warning everybody. So like,
Yeah.
but again, he was absolutely hysterical while doing it,
Yeah.
right? And a lot of listen, comedians in general, pretty smart people. Okay, they got to come up with they got to come up with one liners, they got to come up with a whole set. Okay, and they do it on their own. Right, nobody's really like, I'm sure there's some people that help them and whatnot. There's probably some comedians out there that get help writing their shit and stuff like that, and then they just like, oh yeah, okay, that's funny, I'll use it. But for the most part, these men and women are incredibly intelligent. Right, they're in tune with a lot what's going on in the world because that's how they make their stuff,
Yeah.
right? That's how they make their comedy, with the shit that's going on in the world and stuff like that. And then they laugh about something, the stereotypes, the politics, no matter what it is, religion, this shit would just be funny.
Yeah.
And if a lot of people get butthurt, but I don't get butthurt. I laugh at just about everything. I laugh at some of the most morbid shit. Okay, that's probably the military in me. I spent enough time around the world and in combat zones that just everything makes me laugh.
It's laughter's the best medicine.
Absolutely. Now
Yeah.
you do. Now I know you reported you politically comment. You do political commentary not only
Yeah.
on your page, and you've been on Fox and whatnot, but you hit the culture. You hit the culture war a lot too sometimes,
Yeah.
right? What's going on? What's going on that
Because
we need to
no
let
one
people know?
thinks that they're related, and they
They're
really
completely
are.
related.
They're completely
Completely.
related.
Yeah.
Like the woke stuff that started in our entertainment is reflecting exactly what they're doing in Congress and what Obama was doing and the racial division. I don't remember any of that stuff in the movies and TV shows that I grew up on. Like none of it. And it just
Right.
started after Trump got elected the first time.
Right. Scott
Eh,
just said he had a phantom reboot. This occasionally happens to him. He's in the middle of doing shit. Next, he's offline. I'm like, where does Scott go? And he
Disappeared.
texts me. It's like I got the phantom reboot again. He's, again, he's gonna be come back. He's gonna come back a little hot too.
Oh my gosh.
Because it happens to him. It doesn't happen to him all the time, but like he'll be in the middle of talking. Next thing you know, he gets cut off.
Oh my
And then he comes back pissed off. He's like, goddamn Windows. Did it to me again.
Oh my gosh.
It's the best. Yeah, but a lot of people don't understand. Okay, don't
Mm,
understand that um, politics is just it's literally streamed from culture. Okay, they're tied at the hip to one another, and whatever you
yeah.
see is happening on TV, there's a lot going on with it. In the halls of freaking the Congress and the swamp. And the
Yeah.
swamp isn't just DC, right? Because we have swamps in our states and stuff like that.
Hmm.
You unfortunately live in
Yeah.
a state that's completely swampy, with the Scott Wieners of the world running
Ew.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I know he's just a disgusting. He's just,
Yeah. But that's
you
literally
know.
what it is. When you have people like that involved, then what do you think is happening? They're going to indoctrinate the kids. Why are toddlers talking about gender, sex, any of it? It's
Mhm.
like if you told someone that 10 years ago, they would have been like, yeah, right. Shut up. I don't
Right,
believe you. You're a pervert,
right,
It's unheard
right.
of, honestly. But it's in every TV show now.
Yeah, and he's back.
He's back.
Just a fan. My computer does. In case you didn't know, my computer
Told
just
me.
does phantom reboots.
I told her.
Could be in the middle of working on a spreadsheet on my working
Oh,
on my
no.
billing, and it just yep, we're shutting down. No
Oh,
warning,
my
no nothing.
gosh.
I
Nothing.
can't change any damn setting on it. I've
Wow.
called Acer. They don't know what to do. I'm like, yeah,
When do they ever know what to do?
they never help.
Oh, my God.
Oh, said
All good.
I said like he'd be in the middle of a conversation and he gets cut off and it's like, God damn it,
Yeah.
did it to
I
me
could be in the
again.
middle. I could be in the middle of an epic rant, and I swear it's probably like Bill Gates just turning me off or something like that. I know.
Shut up.
It's like shut him down.
Yeah, we actually we got shut down like a lot of people did on
Wow.
inauguration night here on YouTube did.
Hmm.
They like cut us all off. It didn't make a difference the size of the channel, and we made a decision that day. I have an account with Rumble, so I got us up and running in like 5 minutes. Quickly got us running. We had never used Rumble at that point,
Oh,
and
wow.
we made a decision that day that like we're going to not only stay with Rumble, we're going to push everybody towards Rumble, right? Because it's a free speech platform. I know people think it's a conservative platform. It really isn't. It's
No.
meant to be a free speech
Not
platform. It
necessarily.
just so happens that all of us that have been ostracized and banned and kicked and kicked to the curb everywhere else, we had no choice but to go to Rumble. So we
Yeah.
had a platform. So we say whatever we want on the show. We don't care if YouTube takes
That's
us down.
great.
We're still going on Rumble.
That's good. Rumble got me through COVID, honestly. That's where I learned and woke up and watched all the
Hmm.
conspiracy stuff.
Right.
Especially with the
Oh yeah.
election, with the rigged election, you couldn't watch anything on Fox. They didn't cover any of it. So
No.
all the hearings and all the, legal analysis was all on Rumble.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Because YouTube shut it all down. What was
Mm-hmm.
that?
Yep.
RSBN, I think, was
Yeah.
covering a lot of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
America's
who
Voice.
OAN?
They're doing a lot
Yeah,
of it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. OAN OAN ended up getting like essentially kicked off of cable and whatnot
Yep.
because they were covering that stuff. Uh,
Hmm.
but OAN has actually made a comeback. Their best Spectrum picked them up.
Yep.
So that's like really good. They're one of the
Yep.
biggers in the country. And you know who picked them back up first? It was Dish. Dish picked them
They
back
Yes.
were
up
first.
first.
Yep.
Okay. And then, like I said, Spectrum's got them. And you know who else? Who else they're on? I get to watch them. Freaking YouTube TV.
Oh,
Oh,
they're
there
on
you go.
there?
YouTube TV picked them. Yeah.
That's
YouTube
Wow.
big.
TV picked them up.
That's big.
Okay. I was thoroughly surprised with that. Because I was like, because I have, because of where I'm at, I don't, Spectrum isn't here. Otherwise, I would have Spectrum. I have
Hmm.
AT&T, but the cable is terrible, so I just pay a basic plan for YouTube TV so that when my parents come, they could watch TV and stuff like that. Uh, that way they're not sitting here looking at the walls. Um, but OAN got picked up about, I want to say, a couple of weeks ago. They
Oh,
got
wow.
picked up
That's a
by
big one.
Nice.
YouTube TV. I was like, nice. I was like, I can watch them again, because I used to watch them like all the time. When I lived in New York, I had Verizon Fios, and like that's the big
Mm.
one there in the New York City metro area. And I just I always watched them. That's was that Tommy Lauren was on there. That's where she got her start and everything. I used to watch her. The Last Word, was it? Is that the name of that show? I don't remember what the
Yeah, I
name of
think
that
so.
show is. Anyway, but Dan Paul and all of them, I used to watch all of them because one of the reasons I loved their channel is because it was a throwback to the old school news. Like during the day, it wasn't just opinion shows; it was actually like news, and you were getting
Hmm.
stuff from around the world. It wasn't just American news; they show you like world stuff
Yeah,
too,
I
right? And then
remember.
the opinion shows come out at night. Um, but even then, like on the weekends, you got news. So like then when they Verizon Files got rid of them, I was so pissed. I was
Mm.
like, God damn it! But I'm glad to see that they're back. It's good that they're making a
Yeah, and
move
they
back.
brought Matt Gates on.
Yeah,
That
that's
was a
right.
big one.
Oh
Yeah, he's
yeah.
got a
Hmm.
show.
I
Yeah, he's
am
got a
really
show.
bummed he's not in Congress, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I actually wanted him
they,
to be our AG. He would have went in there and absolutely
Yes,
wrecked
same.
shop.
But what
Uh,
happened there? What do you think happened that he
he
just
had
withdrew right away?
they sandbagged
uh,
him.
they sandbagged him. Yeah,
Yeah,
They got
in
him
the
out.
house. Yeah, in the house they sandbagged him first.
yeah,
Mhm.
We knew there was going to be issues in the Senate, but like the rhinos and whatnot in the house actually sandbagged him and went to work and stuff like that because like he was very boisterous and he called out the rhinos all the time, not just the left. And so
yeah.
they went to work with Chuck Schumer
Well,
and made sure that there was going
But
to
in
be
the end,
no option.
but it was in the end, it was a hit job. They didn't.
Correct.
He didn't lose a vote. He
Yeah.
withdrew
Yeah, he
Yeah.
because,
withdrew.
or he
Yeah, he
withdrew.
actually
Or
won.
you
Yeah.
know,
Remember,
so
Yeah,
he's
he
the
actually.
reason why we have Mike Johnson instead of Kevin McCarthy.
Yep.
mhm.
That was a big one.
Yep. Yeah.
They all
So I was all
remember what
for
they
it.
did
That's
also
great.
to George Santos. He's the only one that stood up for him, Matt Gates.
Yeah, yeah. George Santos, with all bullshit aside, with all
Yeah,
that's unfortunate he did the things that he did, was literally more conservative than
than
any of the
any
other
of them.
people
I
on the
know.
panel. He
It
voted
makes me so
conservative
mad.
all the time.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
he would never vote for any rhino shit ever, and it was
ever.
just sad to see him go. I think he's facing like 20 years or some shit like that, right? Like he's got like a
7.
heavy
I think
or
7.
7.
But it's crazy because he's did a fraction of what they're all doing over there.
Right,
What did
right.
he get? Some Botox injections, like BFD, who cares?
Yeah,
Like they're
yeah,
all
it's
doing.
true.
Yeah.
He
Well,
campaigned with Trump's endorsement and like no money, and he won very well, like very
yeah,
handily.
yeah. It was out in Long Island, right? His seat was in Long
Yeah,
Island.
yeah.
Yeah.
We need more of those. He was good.
He like I had no complaints about him. Like he
Yeah,
did he was right on line with the Freedom Caucus and stuff like that.
yeah.
Okay. And he lockstep with them and he always voted conservatively. Nobody can say anything about his record.
No,
Well,
Sad that, things, but like you said, right? Look at Maxine Waters. She has gotten away with absolutely everything. And
everything.
Omar Navarro I was thinking about is facing 20 years, okay, who
Wow.
ran against her for a
mhm.
fragment of what this woman paid millions of dollars to her daughter,
Yeah.
okay, and stuff like that. And he gave his mother a job, all right, and a
Wow.
six-figure job, and they're just absolutely wrecking him. This poor dude.
Mhm.
We tried to get him on the show, but his case was coming up and stuff like that. Blondie, who she's also one of our co-hosts. She's on every other Wednesday. I do a break the machine, and she's on because Scott's on Monday and Friday, and then when I don't do that, I do Warrior Wednesdays. And we
Oh,
have like
cool.
veteran stuff and everything like that. But
Mm.
yeah, she tried to get him on, and she had him, and then he had to kind of back out at the last minute because his case was like firing up, and his lawyer was like, "Don't go on any shows" and stuff like that. So he just kind of had to bail out. I get it. Oh, we lost her. Well, there she's back.
I'm back.
Did you get a Phantom reboot too?
I guess
Better
some
That was
jinxing
quick
happening
too.
going on.
Yeah,
than mine.
Yeah,
This
it
was
was
a
so
mine was
weird.
a
that
full
was
reboot.
that was quick. So just I know you got Prop 50. Is there any other elections going on in California same time other than
No,
Sonia Shaw?
that's what he's doing.
And
There was no election here, and he made it just for this one question.
I thought isn't he up? I thought it was election when okay,
I
when's the
wish.
California governor? Is it next year?
Next, so next year. Yeah.
Why
That's why
would
we're
why
not
would they do
recalling
Wow.
this
him.
this
It
year?
would have been too much money. And
Right,
Bass, same time, next
right.
November. But we have a little bit of
Wow.
issue with the election. We have good contenders for Republican governor, but
Mhm.
Mhm.
for Karen Bass, we have Rick Caruso like flirting with it, but he won't
Mhm.
commit. And he
Mhm.
hasn't announced. So everyone's waiting for him. Nobody else wants to jump in the race, but he's like wasting our time right now.
Yeah, listen. Either shit or get off the pot, one or the other,
Shit or get
man.
off the pot. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, all right, just like make a move.
Yeah.
And it just hurts everybody
Yeah.
else, right? Because like you said, there's other people who are they're giving him the courtesy of, hey, make a decision, and if you decide you don't want to go, we can jump in and do our thing. And
Yeah.
so if it's not Caruso, what other candidates are kind of like toying with it for our side at least?
Honestly, I would hope that Arnold Schwarzenegger jumps in. I know he
Why?
Really?
said some really shitty things, but He was pretty decent
Mm.
governor here,
I remember
and
he was a
he's
decent governor. He wasn't like bad.
no, he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad, and he united the Democrats and the Republicans a lot. And he's very fiscally conservative, which we need right now.
Right.
And he's super anti illegal immigration, and he's helping us with this Prop 50 right now.
Well, when you start having freaking babies with the maids,
Yeah,
and then you got to pay for them to become
it's like deport their
and
assets.
just deport their asses,
I don't want to pay child support.
send their ass back.
Ship them
Oh,
to El Salvador
yeah, that makes sense.
before the 9
That
months is up.
tracks. That tracks.
Crazy.
Oh,
Yeah, it's great.
yeah.
But
Listen,
beggars can't be choosers in these blue
I,
cities,
I,
you know?
I hear what you're saying. Like
Mm-hmm.
last
Yeah.
Friday on, after our Friday show, I go on a friend's show called Bourbon and Beer, and I was talking to one of the guests. He's actually in New York City. We were actually explaining how the red in New York City is actually more purple than it is anything. Not that there aren't conservatives and stuff like that, but the red in New York City is more purple, right? New
Yeah.
York in general, when I was a young Republican in New York, okay, the state Senate was always red. Always red. It was always just
Mhm.
all Republicans. The assembly was more Democrat. And they would actually come together and they would make deals all the time. And like no matter who the governor was, we had decent stuff happening in New York at the time. And obviously whoever was the mayor in New York City, okay, had a lot of play. Mayor Giuliani was there, okay, for 8 years, and he was just absolutely crushing it. All right. And
Yeah.
George Pataki, he sucked actually as a governor. He listened to Giuliani a lot. But he didn't do anything to advance the Republican Party in the state of New York,
Mm.
Pataki. And it just kind of crumbled at that point,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then once mayor for life, Bloomberg, okay, he ran as a Republican, so he can get elected. He's never really been a Republican, but he's not stupid either. He didn't change anything that Giuliani had did. He didn't make any new
Mm.
changes and stuff like that. No new executive orders to change anything. The only thing he did was cause more traffic by closing down Times Square and freaking Herald Square on 34th Street and turn them into freaking party spots, I guess, for people that hang
Wow.
out and divert traffic elsewhere. That's the only thing he did. And he helped get the laws changed so he could run for a third term and then change the laws back. Um,
He did
it
that?
was real, yeah, that was Bloomberg.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why we used to call him mayor for life. Uh, yeah, that's what he did. And then they got the laws changed back, and then Bill D'Asio came in, and absolutely destroyed the city. We saw what he did. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Eric Adams hasn't been any better really. Uh, it's why
Mm.
it's why our Patriots in New York City are fighting so much for Curtis Sliwa, because they know that he's the only one, and he can at least do things via executive order. The
Yeah.
problem with New York City is that the council is still so Marxist right now, okay, that the handful of Republicans don't really have any power. But we have some young Republicans running. We had Elijah Diaz, who was on our show. We got what's his name? Ramses Frias is coming on Friday. He's running for city
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
council. So we got some new
And
blood that's actually running.
Janine.
Yeah, we had Janine Aquafreda, who was with us. She's running for Brooklyn Borough President. And
Wow.
actually, we have Athena Clark coming on too to
Sweet.
come talk about New York City this month. So, like, we're trying to push these candidates so that people can
Yeah.
pay attention. Like, these are the people you need to vote for. And if you live in this person's district, okay, this is who you need to vote for to help to start with
Yeah.
change and
Yeah.
whatnot. So, it's a fight, April. It
There
is a
just
fight that,
don't feel, I know LA and California gets a bad rap, but when I was doing the election last November and I got like 10,000 people to vote because I made a voter guide with all the information in every district too. So, like San Diego, Sacramento, everywhere. And I even filled out, let's say, ballots from their area so they could just copy it if they trusted my opinion and they wanted something easy. I was able
Hmm.
to find information so easily online for who to vote for. With the New York, people would reach out to me and ask me about New York last year. And I struggled to find like who the GOP endorses for city council or any
Yeah,
propositions. So there's
they
no
don't.
real unity there.
Yeah, they don't. That's the
Yeah.
problem. is
That's
New
the
York
problem
is
with the
having right now,
GOP.
and the
Yeah.
GOP in
That's
general.
that's
But
the
again,
RNC.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but yeah, we talked about that, how like the national, okay, party has not absolutely helped Curtis Lewa, but it's even worse in the state. Okay, like
Yeah.
the state GOP has not done anything, or the city GOP has not done anything to help this man. All right, he's fighting on freaking fumes right now, but he's out there every day, okay, and he's meeting with people every day, and he's going wherever he needs to go to try to try to get this win. It's just very very tough. The It's just terrible. The GOP in the state of New York is absolutely in shambles right now.
Yeah.
It's just sad to see. Like I said, I was a young Republican, but I kind of noticed shit back then with some of the leadership and stuff like that that I came across, because I'm conservative. I've never been on the Democratic plantation at all. My family hasn't been, and we're a very conservative, Hispanic family. And it's just like
Yeah.
I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
no. And I ended up walking away from doing any kind of activism at a young age, because I was like, I don't want to be part of it. These people are fucking scumbags. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not getting shit done. They're not listening to us. Some of us youngsters were very conservative and trying to tell them, all right, hey, we need to do it. We should make, nope, they don't want to hear it.
They don't want to hear it.
Hmm.
They grease their pockets however they see fit, and everybody else be damned.
Yeah. That's why Charlie Kirk was such a big deal. The fact that they even listened to him and took a chance on him. But it took time.
Hmm. Yeah.
He
Yeah. He
was also
grinded.
fighting the establishment.
Yeah. He grinded. Okay.
Oh
He
yeah.
grinded a lot. Um, and he touched a lot of people, and he was he was definitely doing God's work. Okay,
Yeah.
getting these youngsters to listen to him. Okay, and listen, he lived his life through Scripture, but he's very smart. He was a historian too. Okay, so it wasn't just about American politics. He understood world history, and no matter what you hit him in the head
Hmm.
with, he had an answer for it.
Yeah.
Okay. And he would just like, he can get into anything. All right. And no matter what you try to throw at him, and he always would lead it right back to scripture and stuff like that. I thought he was awesome. I wish I would have had the fortune of actually meeting him. Uh, it's a really big loss on our side. I feel like there's a vacuum there that is not going to be filled. Nobody's ever
Yeah.
going to be Charlie Kirk. I don't want anybody to ever try to be him. But I just feel like there's a void there. I don't know how you guys feel.
I think about it every day. Mm.
Did you ever get a chance to meet him?
Yeah, I went to see him a few months ago. He came here to USC. So I'm like,
Okay.
okay, I'm going. And I had to tell the people there, they ask you what your question's going to be before they let
Hmm.
you on the stage.
Yeah.
So if you don't
Hmm.
have a question, they're not letting you on.
Right.
So I kind of formulated it that it was a question when I just wanted to tell him, like, you're my inspiration. Thank you. I used the Turning Point app to get out the vote last year and all these things. And he gave me the one hat that's like in white, like with Trump
Yeah.
47 on it, and he signed
Yeah.
it for me. He was really nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
He touched a lot of people. That's pretty
Yeah.
dope. But see, you got a story with him, at least,
Yeah.
something that you can take with you forever.
Yeah.
And he did that with a lot of these youngsters. Well, we saw the pouring out, right? The love that came afterwards. Okay. Like just, they were having vigils all over the world for him. Like he
Yeah.
touched people
Hmm.
all over the world. And I don't know if you guys saw, every single one of his social medias went through the roof with
Hmm.
following. Okay. Because now people wanted to hear his voice. They wanted to hear, well, okay, what is this? I've been told all this crap about this man. Now I'm going to hear for myself. And it has woken a lot of, listen, anything that could wake these young kids up out of the mass indoctrination these kids have been going through since starting from elementary school, because that's when it starts now. It used to just be in college, then it kind of
Yeah.
creeped into high school. Now it's all the way like starting in preschool
Hmm.
uh, with this stuff. He touched a lot of people, and
Yeah.
it's just again, a void that I don't see how it gets filled. I don't even know how it gets filled. I think Steven Crowder's back out on the scene again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of think it's gonna get filled though. I mean, somebody's gonna say.
Hmm.
Maybe it won't be one person, but it'll be like a
Right.
collective of people. Because
Yeah.
even before he passed, I saw people taking up that mantle. You see these college age kids set
Hmm.
their own booths on their campus. Not just to give out T-shirts and things, but literally to just start emulating like what
Right.
Charlie Kirk would do. And some of I follow quite a few of them too. They're out there, on different campuses in different states. Somebody will, there'll be a handful that rise to the cream of the crop. I don't think it's just going to be like Erica Kirk, kind of doing what her husband did.
I don't think so at all. I
No.
think she's gonna just run. I think she's just gonna run things. Yeah, that's fair point, Scott. I think she's just gonna continue to run Turning Point USA. She'll make her speeches every now and then, but you're probably
Hmm.
right. It's probably gonna be a collective of people who kind of pick it up for him and stuff like that. Like again, I was good. It was for me. It was good to see Steven Crowder back out there again.
Yeah.
I'm
Like I
fine
used
with
to love
Steven
his
Crowder because
dialogues.
I liked him too. He
Yeah,
was also someone that he was always very calm and
yeah,
compassionate with people, and he spoke from the heart, and he tried to find middle ground with whatever the
correct.
topic was, and that's what I liked about him and Charlie more than I liked, say, like uh what's the oh, Jesus Christ, what's that other one, the
Michael
oh my God,
Knowles,
yeah, what is he with, what's that
Daily
group,
Wire,
Daily
the
Wire.
Daily
Daily One?
Wire. Yeah,
Yeah, because when they were doing their campus tours, him and the Ben Shapiro was around before even Trump was a thought, and I
Yeah.
used to love his thug life videos on online,
they
and
were pretty funny.
but at the same time I didn't like his format because their whole format was to get up and lecture, and
Yeah.
these college kids didn't want to be lectured to.
No,
They didn't want to sit through an hour and a half of, here's why conservatism is great and this is why liberalism sucks. You
yeah,
know, Charlie would just get up and he
that's
just sit at
fair.
the table and be like, "Who wants to talk?" That's what they did more than anything else.
That's
So
fair.
that's
I think
that's
that's
how
a fair
he got
assessment.
through. That's how he got through to the kids is because he wanted to, whoever has a question, let's just talk right from, that's why I'm here.
Yeah,
He never got mad. He never, him and Crowder, they don't get mad. They don't get angry. They just literally just talk logic. And sometimes people throw their fits anyway, and they don't match the energy.
correct. That's important that you just said that they never match the energy because Charlie used
Mhm.
to get spit on, he used to get assaulted and all kinds of stuff. Like if you watch remember some of the earlier videos before, like he had
Oh yeah,
security details and stuff like that. Um, he would get like they would knock his hat off his head and stuff like that. He never
that's
reacted,
crazy.
never once reacted. Okay, like he would actually be like surprised that someone
Yeah.
was being violent like that because he was just trying to talk to them and stuff.
No.
And you're right, Steven Crowder. Like I said, I'm just happy to see him back out there doing that because I used to love sitting at Change My Mind. I used to love sitting
Hmm.
listening to those. Okay, and just he
I
would
love
talk
the
to
meme. It's
absolutely
great.
anybody. Yeah, it
Cha-
was just
I still
fantastic.
use the meme
Yeah, Change My Mind.
and
Yeah,
changed my mind.
it's true. It's true. Who do you think, April? Can
Uh,
I think it's a collective. I think that's a fair
has
assessment.
to be collective. Right now, I think Benny Johnson's getting involved as
I
well,
saw that. I saw that.
but he's also great. But there's just something, the patience that Charlie had for these some of them were insane looking. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face or have any patience talking to them.
Yeah, I would
They
have
would
zero
dress up in
patience
their
in the world.
costumes, and I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They were
I'd
a
be the worst
weird
at it.
bunch.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I would be absolutely terrible at
Yeah.
it. Just don't even come out. It's like, will you get this freaking twink from me away from me, please? Just,
See,
I would be a
that's the
complete
biggest difference
asshole.
between that was the biggest difference between him and Candace. Like when Candace would get up and
Yeah.
like take questions, you could just read her face. Like she was completely disgusted sometimes
Yeah,
when like people were asking her like the dumbest shit, and
yeah,
she was just like, "What? What do you have to say?"
yeah. She
You could
would.
just tell she didn't even want to be there. She wanted to project somewhere else in that moment.
Yeah.
It was
No,
It's a
funny.
that's
shame because
Charlie was
she's so
special.
smart, but I don't know. She's gone down some weird rabbit holes right now.
Yeah, she's. Yeah, listen,
I don't
it's
even know what to think with her at this point.
It's getting
yeah.
pretty bad. I think
I
Turning
think the
Point's going to
problem.
sue her.
I think the problem
Ooh, think
really.
so?
Yeah. It's gone real, even today. She's sharing
Yeah,
screenshots, tweets, and text
Did she
messages. She's going
did
after
she actually
Andrew.
share? Did
What?
she share some screenshots?
Not the real
I,
stuff. There's always like a story. She can never back up any
Mm.
claims. But now to set personal text messages and all these things, she's going after them directly, the founders. So it's a big problem.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
well, listen, she again, it's her platform. She could do whatever she wants, say whatever she wants,
Yeah.
whatever consequences come from that,
That's on her.
that's on her.
Yeah.
Um, I think the problem is it's not just her too. Just it's not that we shouldn't go down rabbit holes, right? Because there's a lot
Right.
of information in those rabbit holes, and how many times has somebody said that's a conspiracy theory, and then 6 months
It's
later
true.
it has been proven true, right? Like so, like
Yeah.
I get that and I understand that, but I think some people get stuck in rabbit holes and they don't know how to come back out and get a breath of fresh air. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Yeah.
just like it is what it is. It's sad, but
Yeah.
listen, we do our fair share of rabbit holes, right, Scott?
Yeah. No, I
you
do
know,
too.
Yeah.
I just think that it's just not the moment. And if
We're
everyone
not.
close to him is saying they trust the FBI right now, we're supposed to trust Cash
Yeah.
Patel. It's not like we have Comey there, one of those. So if they're
Right.
telling you to back off, we got to know when to stop too.
I will say this. I
I.
understand though. I understand the. Hang on, Scott, and then I apologize, brother. I understand the. I just understand why people just don't trust, regardless of who's in charge. I get that, right? Like I
Yeah.
understand that completely. Um, but yeah, we got our guy there. We hope that he's doing the right thing. Go ahead, Scott. Sorry about that. I just wanted to get that in there.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that they're still cleaning out the damn FBI. I wish. I hate to be an apologist, but they just indicted Comey, and Comey's freaking son-in-law was still working at the
Yeah.
freaking
Wow.
Yes.
DOJ. It's
Yeah.
like, come on, dude. You know how hard that must have
His
been to
daughter.
keep that freaking quiet?
His daughter
His
with
daughter,
Oh,
Diddy.
bro.
his daughter. Sorry,
And his
his
Yeah.
daughter.
son-in-law. Yeah,
And his
his
son in
daughter
law. Yeah,
and his
both.
son-in-law.
Do
Yeah.
you know how hard it must have been to just get that shit? How do you even hide those emails?
Yeah.
Anybody could have forwarded that to them. Say, hey, look at this. Look, they're getting
Yeah.
ready. I mean, they still have shit like that. I mean, they had people just stepping down, and then you had people stepping down because in the DOJ because they thought that the indictment of Comey was ridiculous. Are you serious? Are you
Yeah.
really serious?
Yeah.
This is what they still. I mean, I think Pam Bondi could be a lot stronger. I'm not
Yeah.
going to apologize for her, but this is what she's inherited, and you got to give them. I mean, it's not. I'm sorry. Yeah, honestly, people are like, well, it's 9 months in, and they should. Really? Do you know how many
Yeah.
people are employed at the DOJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of freaking people. And if they have just one typist somewhere that's like a freaking, Obama, fan or something like that, they're
Holdover.
freaking not they're not in lockstep with anything that they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a matter of, we need these reports done by Friday. Quiet quitting. I'm sure you've
Yeah.
heard that term.
Yeah.
They're just dragging their feet with everything, and it doesn't have to be like antagonistic. They can just, passive aggressively just not be helping them get the shit done what they need to get done. It sucks.
Taking their sweet time to get that report on the desk and stuff like that. And
Yeah,
and
everything.
and a lot of people don't realize also too is that there are unions involved with some of these positions. Okay,
Yep.
and there are deals in place with these unions. Why I hate unions in general, but there are deals in place. So it doesn't. It takes an act of Congress sometimes to get some of these people fired. Um, at least the lower levels and stuff like that, like what you're talking about, Scott. It's
Mhm.
not as easy as people think it is. I wish it was. I wish we could just Thanos, and then everybody's gone, right? But that
I
doesn't
mean,
work that way.
how many of these people are just hiding who they really are?
Correct. Right?
That's
Just to keep
Completely
true.
their job.
hiding it. Absolutely. Because it's a government job. They want their pension. They want their fucking six-figure salary.
Yep.
So
And
they want to work. Plus,
they're gonna
and how
collect
many
a
of
whole
them were
bunch of shit so they can write a book.
Yeah, I mean, how
Yeah.
many of them were probably working at home, and then, what do you see them like? Maybe one meeting a day if you're lucky, and they could be laughing at your face. They could be all smiles and everything. Like, yep, right, oh boss, yep, and they could have like swastikas and everything, just out of the camera range. You don't know what the hell they
That's so
believe at
true.
home.
That's true.
So true.
It's
It's true.
crazy.
It's true.
Yeah.
You know,
Marxists, they could have a picture of Mao on the backside of their laptop. It's
it's so
crazy.
true.
Yeah.
Or Che Guevara. He seems to be a
Yeah,
hero
Che
of the left.
Guevara. Yep.
The dude was freaking. He was Castro's freaking eliminator. Castro's assassin, man.
Um,
The guy murked a whole
it
bunch of
wasn't
people.
wasn't Bass involved with that too? Well, didn't
Yeah.
she like? Didn't wasn't she
And
from Cuba or she was
Antonio
Yeah.
at the time?
Villagrosa. Both of
Yep.
them. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. She's a Marxist of that era, bro.
Big time.
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
A lot of
Bro, they're
shit you
all
got
a
to
lot
work
of them
through.
are in government right now, man. Believe it or not. A lot
You
of those
you know
people.
what happened? Why we all found out about the communist stuff? Because during 2020, when Biden had to pick, or his handlers had to pick a VP, they knew it
Hmm.
had to be a woman of color.
Yep.
And the front runners were Karen and Kamala. Kamala hired this big Oppo research team to expose all of that so that
Mhm.
she gets the nomination, so that Karen was unelectable.
Really?
And then they told her,
Didn't even know
yeah,
that.
they
I didn't
told
know
her,
Learn
that.
something new
shut
every day.
up, we'll give you the
Let's go.
mayor job.
I want to hear some more. I want to hear some more dirt.
So-
Let's get some more. Come on, let's get the goods, April. Let's get the goods.
we need all
Wow.
day. Yeah, it's
See,
crazy.
that shows them going after their own. That's how
Yeah, they will.
cutthroat it is.
They
It
did
is nasty.
to her what they did to Bernie Sanders with the Democratic primary. He won
Right.
California and he
Right.
was supposed to be the candidate. And they're like,
Correct.
we'll buy you a couple properties. Sit down. Hillary's the person for the job.
Right.
They
Hmm.
did.
That's what they
You know
did.
what? For the record, April, they did that in 2020 as well. I remember right before Super Tuesday,
Yep.
he was actually in the lead. He was going strong, or either he was either in the lead or he was neck and neck with
Hmm.
Biden. And all of a sudden, I think a week and a half before Super Tuesday, everybody drops out and endorses Biden. I did not forget
Mm.
that.
It was supposed to be Tulsi Gabbard, I think, in the 2020.
Yes.
Could have
Blondie
been.
says Karen versus Kamala is diabolical.
Can you imagine? Like shit, a turd sandwich and a big giant douche.
Yeah.
It's epic.
uh, do I drink this glass of shit
Hmm.
or this glass of fucking vomit? What is it? Which one do
Yeah.
I want?
Hmm.
Holy
Oh
shit.
my God.
That's great. And
Oh
look what
man.
Karen's done, and look what Karen's done for LA. Pretty much
Yeah.
what do you expect?
Yeah.
Yep.
Literal shit.
Yep. What's
She
the
spent more time in Uganda. Where did she go? Uganda, or wherever the
I think
hell
she
she
went to
goes to in
Uganda or
Africa.
some shit. I
Ghana,
don't know,
Ghana.
man.
Ghana.
Ghana. That's what she went. She went to
It's all
Ghana.
the
Ghana.
Excuse
same
me.
I
shit.
My
said Uganda.
apologies. I know. I apologize. It's
Zoran
not
goes
that's
to Uganda. She goes to Ghana.
There you
Anywhere
go.
but their states.
Yeah.
yeah, anywhere but the fire zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Heaven forbid you're actually in the office that you fucking supposed to hold.
Oh my
Man,
gosh.
this man, Zoran Mondani, man, I'm so worried. The kids in New York are gonna absolutely destroy New York
My
City.
God.
That's why I'm saying Gen X,
Food deserts.
you older millennials, you guys have to get up and freaking do not let this guy win, man. You just
Hmm.
he's talking about the shit that comes out of his mouth. Okay, he's a jihadi, he's a Marxist.
Hmm.
Okay, he believes in the Sharia law shit, but the commie commerce that he wants to instill in the city of New York that's already going through it, okay, is going to absolutely destroy the city.
Hmm.
Right? These markets, government-owned markets and stuff like that. You guys, free buses and stuff like that. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's
Free
just,
Be a mess.
buses. What a joke.
yeah. Oh, it's just, it's sad.
Yeah.
It's
You know,
absolutely sad.
speaking of shitstorms, can I ask April? Are you guys concerned with that storm that's heading up the coast?
What storm? Is
There's a
there a
big
storm?
storm. Oh my God. I figured the local news down there isn't even talking about it. Isn't there a big ass storm that's heading up the western coast of Mexico? That's like kind of hugging the coast.
Then she should be
I don't
worried.
know when it's. You should. Well, I don't know. I don't know what the. I haven't looked at the trajectory, but it looks like it's just hugging the coast all the way up.
Oh
Like
God.
basically what everything they keep thinking that was going to happen to the East Coast this year. It looks like it's a pretty big ass storm coming
Really?
up.
It's in Mexico
Yeah.
now?
Yeah, it's like on the west. It's on the western coast of Mexico, and it's going north. I don't
Oh
know.
my
I think it's a named
gosh.
storm at this point too. I'm pretty sure
Oh
it's a
wow.
named
Yeah, I
system.
know. I know we
Um,
had. Go ahead.
does anybody in the
Go-
chat know? Does anybody in the chat know the name of the
Jonathan,
storm?
Jonathan, or Nina, what is the storm on the West Coast right now? That's that April has
Yeah,
missed.
the way it looked like it. I mean,
Yes.
it looked like San Diego was right in its
April's
sights.
like
So I
what
thought,
storm?
I'm too busy dealing with the swamps, storms.
Yeah,
yeah.
the storm, the
I
swamp
mean,
storm.
if it hugs the coast close enough, you shouldn't have to worry about any fires the rest of the year. That's for sure.
Yeah, no shit.
It's gonna drench
That's all
everything.
we need.
Yeah, but
Then
they're
there'll,
gonna,
then there'll be like
but all that
then there'll
water
be
is gonna
flooding,
get
right?
dumped into the ocean anyway, so don't worry about it.
Yeah,
The
mudslides, all that
reservoirs,
good
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, they'll just dump it into the ocean. It's just that's amazing. That that still surprises me. Uh, all that rain that actually California had for a while, and then all that water got dumped into the freaking ocean. That will never stop
Beautiful
surprising me.
land manage. Yeah, beautiful land management.
Yeah. It's all
Rogue Nina
man-made
But it's
says
the
stuff.
that the
So,
weather's good and that it went bye-bye.
oh, it did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look it up. I swear I saw something today about it. Maybe it's a different one that's coming up.
Yeah, we were supposed to get like I was supposed to
But
get absolutely annihilated
isn't Nina in isn't Nina in Northern Cal?
um no, I think she's I want to say central or something like that. Regardless, I'm pretty sure that
I thought
she
she
would be
was.
monitoring. Yeah. She monitors everything in Cali, you know that.
mhm.
Rogue Nina says that she forgot the name. They named it something scary though. Tropical tropical storm green dildo
Something tropical.
from
Oh my
WNBA.
God.
Did you guys see though that the NFL was getting green dildos too? That was
Yeah.
freaking awesome.
No, I didn't see that.
The one time I watched the
Yes.
WNBA,
No,
I
I'm not
thought that
kidding
was
right now.
absolute
it was
best.
entertaining.
They did it to the
Just so you
NFL
know,
too. I think it was like
by
week
the way,
one or two.
just so you know, the name of the storm was Priscilla,
Priscilla.
which
Uh-oh.
doesn't sound scary, but I'm looking at it. It's from today, and it's just basically right off the coast of Mexico.
No, it's Priscilla.
So
Well, hopefully, I mean,
it's
listen,
right on
hopefully they
bat.
don't get annihilated.
It's yeah. They're hoping that it's going to move offshore a little bit more, but it's basically it's hurricane status, I think. Yeah, it's hurricane
Really?
status right now.
Well,
Yep.
we had a
We were supposed to
hurricane
have a
Hurricane.
hurricane a few months ago and nothing happened.
Yeah, yeah, I guess it's riding the coast.
It's gonna be it's
Right.
gonna be Baja California by
Tsunami
Wednesday
time.
night. Yeah, by Wednesday night. But I mean,
Wednesday night.
actually, look where it's Saturday morning. It's supposed to hit. It's supposed. Well, this is the projection. Saturday morning,
Landfall?
they're saying it's gonna hit uh
Mm.
basically northern Baja California, which is
So
like right where San
Oh,
Diego
northern.
is,
San
and
Diego is there.
it's gonna come inland.
Mm.
So
Wonderful.
I mean,
That's all
we'll
we need right
see.
now.
If it
Yeah,
goes
I
over
guess.
land, obviously it'll die down, but
Yeah, we were supposed to get
but
annihilated by
California
two.
could get a lot of rain.
Yeah.
We were supposed to be
We
dead, according to Greta Thunberg, years ago, no?
yeah, no
Oh,
shit. And
it's
AOC, right?
no.
Yeah, AOC.
Yes.
AOC was, I
It's
think, the 10 years. I think we hit the 10-year mark already.
Yeah. Yeah.
it doesn't matter now. Now it's all about free Gaza.
Free Gus. Why does she
Yeah.
keep
Because
going back there? I still
she
don't get
just got
that.
she got deported today.
Deported.
She got deported again.
I
Again.
think so. I think she got deported to Greece.
It's fucking
I want to
Yes.
awesome.
say
Yeah, they sent her to they shipped her
they
ass to
sent her to
Greece.
Greece. Yep.
Did you see her
Bye.
haircut? She looks like Lord Farquaad from
Yeah,
Shrek.
she does have the Farquaad. She does have the Farquaad
Yes.
haircut. She does. She does have
Like,
the Lord
who
Farquaad
is this
hair.
bitch? Like, where did she come from?
Uh, yeah, how dare you?
Yeah. One day she became
Supposedly
like a scientist.
she comes from a very rich family.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There
Why
you
do
I
you
go.
did
think
not.
that she's able to why do you think she's able
She has
they
a
Well,
bro, she
platform.
grew up on a boat traveling the fucking
yeah.
world, okay? Homeschooled and stuff like that. Why they keep
Wow.
funding her for all these
Like,
dumb missions, okay? She keeps making herself look like an asshole on the world
mhm.
stage. I'd be like, "Honey,
So
I'm cutting this shit
stupid.
off. let me,
But
let me get that
she
credit
makes
card
a
back.
lot of
Let me
she
cut
makes a
this shit off."
lot of money from that
Yeah, she does.
bullshit.
She does.
A
That
lot of
grift is
money.
she's making a shit ton of money from
Yep.
that grift
And
because
now
she
that the
goes and
climate,
speaks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now that
she
the
go.
climate grift is going away, that's why she's on the Gaza grift.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, she's gonna
get
grift
on,
whatever
like,
she has to.
but
What's
it
up,
was, you think
conserve? What's
people
going
are
on?
donating to her?
No,
Oh yeah,
they
Wow.
bring her places to speak and stuff like that. She can get money for
yeah,
speaking, for being the twit that
yeah.
she is.
Wild.
Okay,
The EU loves her.
the EU loves her.
Oh, of
Yes, the
course they do.
WEF they have her. They spend
Hmm.
they ship her everywhere, pay for her shit and everything like that.
Yep.
It is a big
Hmm.
grift that
It's not the
girl
last
like
time,
she.
and it's not the last time she'll be on a flotilla either. She'll be there
No,
No,
again
she'll be
in a
back.
yeah.
couple weeks.
Listen,
Oh, yeah.
she's on the high side of the spectrum of freaking Asperger's, so she's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Look at
But that's the problem with this Gen
Scott's
Z.
holding his
Nobody
head.
tells them anything.
Because Scott.
I'm trying to keep it together. Trying. Because she's just so ridiculous. I mean, you see that she's like
Yeah.
out there in the middle of the ocean singing songs, and it's just like
Just,
Like the
everything's for the camera,
Titanic.
you know? Yeah, they're just, they
it's
make it.
fucking
What did she
stupid.
complain? She complained that they had her sitting on like a hard surface for like three
Oh
hours or
no.
something
Oh,
like that.
Jesus.
She
Oh, my,
sat in a freaking foldable chair
Like,
and it was too
y-
hard for her. I don't know.
oh my
Who
something.
God.
knows with these
What
people,
But
did
that
she
was
man?
what
They
think
she
it was
just
complained.
supposed to be? Like an oceanic cruise? Like, what is it she's
That's what she
expecting?
thought.
she thought she was on Princess Cruises. I don't
Yeah,
fucking
like, what
know.
is.
Yeah.
And the Israelis
Who
found her
knows?
and they gave her a sandwich. Like, calm down.
It's
Like
just
every
it
day
is
of
one
her
hell of a
life, all
grip.
she
Jeez.
hears, every day of her life, all she hears is that JetBlue Holiday, in the back. That's her like theme
Yes,
song or whatever.
totally.
And again, when she's done with the Gaza grift, she'll find something
She'll
else.
find something else.
She's good
It's
at what she,
always
again,
something
like I
else.
said, she's on the
Yeah.
high functioning side of Asperger's. She's good,
Yeah.
you know.
But in
It's just
general, this whole generation, nobody told them like to be normal, like to be socially awkward and being like this is totally normal for them. No one ever told them off. And that's why we're dealing with all these freaks everywhere.
Yeah. Well, they were never told there
yes,
was anything as such as there was never anything that was abnormal. Everything was
yeah,
Yeah.
normal.
You could
You
and
know.
identify as whatever
also,
you want. You can wear what
Yeah.
you want. Like it's totally
You
fine.
can
I mean,
you can be 300 pounds and you can be on the
Yeah.
cover of Cosmo.
Yeah.
yep. Or
That's
you
why
can
they look like
identify
this.
as a cat, and we will get a litter box for you for your
Hmm.
class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are
I
we?
just,
Who are we to
bro,
say who's crazy?
bro.
Yeah.
The first time I heard that, I was like, "Are people watching this?" Because I think it was a girl that was identifying as a cat.
It
It's like,
was.
are they literally
I think it was
watching her shit
Ohio
in a
or
box?
Michigan.
I
It
was
was
like, did they
Oh.
Ohio or
literally got a
Michigan.
shit box in the back of the fucking class for her? I was like,
Yep.
what the fuck is going on?
Hmm.
Oh my God.
You can't make
Yep.
this up. I think the issue
No,
is
you can't make that up.
consequences, right? Like, again, it's obviously not all of Gen Z. We actually had some Gen Zers on here who were freaking awesome kids, okay, and they're
I'm
adults, they're
sure.
young adults, but they're still kids to me. Um, they're
Yeah.
freaking younger than my son for crying out loud. And, they're grinding in California, they're campaigning and stuff like that, helping people's campaigns, and they're just like, they're hard chargers.
Well, they see
And
this generation, so they're freaked out. They have to go the opposite direction. That's why all the
yeah,
young people voted for Trump because it's either you're a freaking woke weirdo that's 500 pounds with blue hair, or you're like you just want like a normal traditional life. So they have to be
No,
Republican.
have to
yeah,
be.
it's,
But
it's really,
it's not just the Gen Z though, because I mean, April, you're in California. You see
Yeah.
the homeless people out there. The average homeless person is not Gen Z. They're
correct.
all
Right.
ages. They're Gen X. They're boomers, and
Yeah.
we don't have
Millennials,
the
ton of
yeah,
millennials.
we don't have the mental
Yeah.
asylums like we used to have, 30, 40 years ago. That's a huge problem
That's
too, is
right.
that, they're
Yeah.
not getting
That was
any
the big
help.
mistake Reagan did by shutting them down.
Hmm.
Yes, I agree
Yep.
100%. Along with
Yep.
the amnesty bill that he
There's a
signed.
show on Netflix. You heard about the show on Netflix? I just finished it yesterday. It's insane. Monster about Ed Gaines. Ed Gein,
I
Oh,
heard
the
I
serial
heard that they
killer.
were making an Ed
oh
Gaines
dang.
movie, but I have not watched
Yeah.
it. I don't have Netflix anymore. I gave that up.
Yeah. Smart move. I
Ah,
can't I canceled the subscription, but I had to watch something before it ends.
Did
he
did
left.
did
He
they
left as
didn't
soon as they
highlight him
didn't
as some
cancel
sort of
the.
hero, did they?
No, actually, I don't know if what they were trying to portray, but there's a lot of this connection of like being trans and sexually repressed and going and doing these
Uh,
weird acts. in the show.
Yeah.
So like they ended up giving it a very it, like kind of is red pilling in a sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Again, Netflix, I dropped that a long time ago.
Smart.
He dropped it as soon as they canceled Cuties.
I actually didn't have it. I dropped it before Cuties. Once
Oh
I
my
heard
gosh,
about that, I was
Cuties.
like, yeah, we're done. I'm
Yeah,
done
it's
with this shit.
sick.
I was like, it's sickening and stuff like that. I couldn't even, I would never bring myself to watch something horrible like that anyway, but um,
Yeah.
just everything they do is just, everything they touch is just, transform a message. They got these Decepticons running around everywhere in cartoons and stuff like that. It's just keep your kids away from Netflix. It's just a
Oh yeah.
disaster. Go to
Mhm.
what is that? Angel TV, Angel Studios. I
Mm-hmm.
think they got cartoons now and stuff like that
Yeah.
and everything. There's
Right
different
back.
places where you can go. All right, brother. There's different places where you can go to give your kids better stuff. It's insane, man. It's so hard being a
Yeah.
parent nowadays.
It's so
I can
hard.
only imagine how hard it is for parents nowadays. I didn't have to deal with
Yeah.
that shit with my son, and it's just crazy. I had to deal with some of it, but not that much.
Yeah.
Uh, it's just it really wasn't there yet and stuff. So where it is now, you really have to screen what it is that your kids are
Mm-hmm.
watching because the
And the
message is
games
just
too.
there. Yeah, in the games too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it? Didn't Roblox just get
Roblox. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
sued and stuff like that because
Yeah.
they got online predators trying to talk to kids. Some guy just got arrested off of it that he thought he was talking to like a 14-year-old girl or some shit like that or a 10-year-old. I don't know what
Sick.
it was, and he
Yeah.
was talking to a detective that locked his ass up
I love
and
that
stuff.
they got
So it's
arrested.
just again, you know, again, I have to bring this up again. And this is it's not to say you guys are bad parents because I know you guys you can do absolutely everything in the world, okay, to raise your children the correct way, and many parents
Mm-hmm.
do. The problem is, and what you all have to understand is when you drop your child off anywhere, is a complete and total different environment that they're being exposed to. That you're
Yeah.
taking them from your environment and you're giving them, you're trusting other people, okay, to do right by your kids. And it's unfortunate that we live in a world that doesn't exist anymore. They don't have the best interest of your children anymore. Many of these people just want to either keep their jobs. There's a lot of nefarious people out there that want to do nasty things to your children. And you just,
Yeah.
it's tough. And it's absolutely tough being a parent nowadays. But,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you drop your kid off at school, even in preschool, they're exposed to something completely and totally different. Elementary school, difference. Middle school starts getting a little bit, the Marxism starts getting a little bit more ingrained. Um, and then college. Obviously, we all know about college. We know how that is. And we lost April for a minute there. She'll be back. Yeah, I believe PragerU has a bunch of educational cartoons and stuff like that too. I think you're right. Historical stuff. There's comics. There's good stuff out there that you can expose your children to and whatnot. We lost April. Hopefully, we'll have her back. We're almost done here. Definitely want her to be able to plug whatever she needs to plug. And we're waiting for Red Day. Yeah, Victoria, I agree with you 100%. Yeah, the Rippaverse is great comics. If you want something out of the Rippaverse for kids, Drunk 3PO's comics are more for kids and stuff like that. Democratic Blue and Green comics that he has. I think he's got a what do you call it? A graphic novel or something that's coming out. But there's plenty of stuff out there for you guys to protect your children with and give them stuff. And I'm with you, Victoria. Totally with you. We lost April. Hopefully we
Oh
get her
my
back.
goodness!
Yeah, we
First I
lost her.
dropped off, and then she dropped off. That must have sucked. Man, I didn't realize Victoria was on. Hey, Tori, how you doing? Hands full with the
Yeah.
babies. A likely story, Victoria. I know you're over there making memes and reacting. I know that.
Yeah, Victoria's busy.
She's busy over there making fun of liberals.
Victoria, when are you leaving the Northeast, or have you guys already done that? Uh, I know there's other creators out there that are doing like good stuff, uh, patriotic comics and stuff like that and everything. I don't know all of them off the top of my head. I know Jay David, his comics are geared towards like um, not like kids, I think, but like more like teens and stuff like that. Um, actually, they might be because like the characters are children in his thing and stuff like that. In his books, but they're geared towards real life stuff for children and stuff, but good stuff, not like There she is. There she goes. We lost you there for a sec.
She made it back.
Uh, You're in and out. Hang on. Go ahead and say something. See if we got you. Yeah, we could kind of hear you.
I can't hear her at all. I don't know if she's talking.
I hear she's no, she's not talking. She's adjusting her stuff. It's all right. Do what you're. It's okay. We're almost done anyway. Then you'll be able to plug whatever you need to plug. Yeah, go ahead. Click out and come back in. That's fine. Um. Yes. Yes. I forgot about Kirk Cameron stuff. Kirk Cameron's got some stuff with Kevin Sorbo. I didn't even know that. I knew Kirk Cameron, but I didn't realize Kevin Sorbo was involved.
Kirk Hammond and Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah, they got stuff for like kids and stuff like that, like more kid-friendly stuff
Um,
for children. And I would imagine that there's probably those things are probably more religious. Kirk Cameron's a pretty religious
man,
guy.
you know what I thought when you said that? I thought that was like the buddy cop movie we never got back in the '90s. Can you imagine Kevin Sorbo and Kirk Cameron? That would have been so
That
freaking
would be
funny.
that would have been hysterical, man. That'd have been
That would have been
absolutely
awesome. What a
fantastic. Yeah,
fucking
that would have
because
been
he'd be like
awesome.
he would be the big tough guy, and he'd be like the quirky nerdy guy or whatever. That would have been
Yeah.
hilarious. How come they never got it? Come on, man. Hollywood,
Jonathan
you
said
couldn't
it's
fucking
called
put that together?
It's called Brave Books. We got April's hand while she's working on that. Uh, yeah, like I guess they're called Brave Books for Kirk Cameron's books. Again, we were
Yeah,
saying how PragerU's got stuff for kids and educational stuff, and they got shit. They got good stuff for adults and whatnot,
yeah.
just to learn and everything. Um, you know who does like who gives free classes on like Constitution stuff and everything like that? Hillsdale College does like free
Yes.
online shit and everything. Um, and I think they got some stuff probably geared towards like teens and stuff like that too that you can take. Uh, like they do a
Trump
lot of
just did
like,
something with them too.
did he?
He did. I swear. He just did. Now we gotta look it up. He did something with they were on the list of something that I think maybe
What did he do? You whispering
Hillsdale
over there?
College. Trump admin. Here he goes. Trump admin announced. This was back on September 17th. Trump. Excuse me, I keep my list handy still. Trump admin announces a partnership with TPUSA and 40 other organizations to promote civics education to young people. Other groups
Hmm.
including PragerU, Hillsdale College, Moms for Liberty, and America First Policy Institute.
Nice.
That was I don't know what day that was after, but obviously that was after Charlie
It
passed.
was after Charlie passed. Yeah,
It was like a
assassination.
week or two after maybe.
We need that stuff, man. We got to start educating these kids the right way and giving them the right education. And it's
Yep.
tough, man. We see how many of them, unfortunately, are just like they're caught in that indoctrination and don't want to. And it's hard to get them out. It's like I hate to say it this way. It's like re-education, man. Um,
Hmm.
but listen, some of these kids are what do you call it? Popping out and doing the right thing and learning.
Yeah. Yep.
Hang on, sorry guys. Just
Is she still trying to come on?
Yeah, I'm texting her.
Oh,
Um, anyway, we lost April. Just so you guys know, her link is actually in the description. Her beacon link. It's got all her socials there, so you guys can follow her on I believe it's X, Instagram. She's got everything there. She's even I think she's got an affiliate
hmm
for the wellness company, which is pretty dope
yeah,
and stuff. So hopefully we get her back. Here she comes. It's all right. It's all right. We're at
Yeah.
the end here anyway. I just wanted to make sure that you can plug yourself and I
Yes.
let everybody know that your link is your beacon
Thank
link
you.
is what do you call it in the description so that people can
hmm
find you everywhere.
Thank you so
So
much.
no, it's all right. We were gonna wait for you. We were gonna bail. We were gonna bail on you.
Thank you. Technology, as advanced as it is, it still has these little screw ups.
Correct.
Yeah.
But go ahead, April. Plug whatever you need to plug.
You can follow me on Instagram. That's my main page, at Cali.MAGA.Barbie. And I'm also on TikTok and X and all the things, pretty much. Just posting funny stuff and a lot of politics. I try to make it entertaining as possible to get people involved.
Yeah, some of them are actually pretty hysterical.
Thanks.
It's pretty good. No, you have pretty good stuff. I'd like to thank April for coming to hang with us tonight. And
Anytime.
just we had a great time tonight. Had some good
Hmm.
laughs and whatnot. Got some education on stuff. So if you're in the state of California, fam, with this rig election thing coming up on election day, please, please, please make sure you're doing what you got to do when early voting starts. Get out there and absolutely crush it, like we know you guys can do out in California. You guys need to save your state, and we want to see you save your state because we got friends out there, and we want everybody to do well. Um, so. You got anything? You gonna be out there within? Because you said you had 10,000 people. You gonna be out there grinding?
Yeah, I already started working. People came like at 6 a.m. already today to drop off ballots for me to
Nice.
take in. So I'm going to keep grinding away. We got to win it.
What do you got, Scott?
do I have? I
Come
don't
on,
know,
man. You have
man.
200,000.
It just feels really weird to even see that number, like up there. Um,
Yeah.
it's just crazy to think that that many people. And I know that I know they're not all necessarily patriots. I'm finding more and more trolls every day that are
Oh yeah.
just trying to give people a hard time. But nevertheless, I'm about to put one person on blast because this guy, he's a Grammy. According to his profile, he's a Grammy Award winner, and he finds time to send me like 7 or 8 bullshit comments every day on my posts. I was like, dude, who am I? I'm like nobody. And you're some like Grammy Award winner, and this is what you do all day. So I'm about to put him on blast. I've been saving every single post, every single comment, and
Amazing.
I'm gonna tag him like 20 times tomorrow. I think it's gonna be hilarious.
I love that.
Just a wild. Yeah, that should be fun. If you guys are just joining us or you've been hanging with us all night, April Silverman, Cali.MAGA.Barbie has been chilling with us all night. Great discussion. We hope you come back. You've got an open invitation to come hang with us
Thank you.
anytime you want. Again, great discussion. Uh, we just go follow her, guys. She has like some really good stuff, some really funny stuff, and we got to keep following each other and
Hmm
whatnot. I've collabed with her on a couple of things, and she has great stuff to collab on. It's just a lot of humor.
hmm
As of right now, it looks like our movie night is going to be the 18th of this month, and go to the Discord, fam. Sign up if you haven't signed up. It's completely free, and go pick a movie. I think Jonathan put up a bunch of scary movies and whatnot. So except for
God.
probably one of them that probably isn't really scary at all. But hey, what are you gonna do?
Oh
We
man,
love it. So right now the movies are The Conjuring, The Shining, Seven, Hellraiser, and Nightmare Before Christmas, which really isn't scary,
what
but
movie?
is a
What
pretty
date is it?
the 18th. Right now, tentatively, it's the 18th for movie night.
And
We
what
do
time
movie
is it on
nights
the
once a
18th?
month. 8 p.m.
8.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do movie nights, April.
That's so cool.
Just so you know, on our Discord,
Love it.
once a month. Jonathan, our moderator, has like a ton of movies. He built a server specifically just for this, so he can do movies and stuff
Right.
like that.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, that's so cool.
yeah, it's pretty neat. So anyway, fam, that's what's going on. Don't forget to pick up your Scars and Stripe Coffee America. They're a great company. They're all about, God, family, and country. Chad Watts, you guys have seen him on the show. He's an awesome man. He's doing a lot of great things. Him and Ed Polito would empower the veterans to help veteran entrepreneurship and to do what it is that they need to do. They're just a great brand to support. Affiliate link is in the description, fan. Don't forget to pick some up. And I think we got a raid tonight. I picked somebody new. Um, Night Shift News. I see Cass over there who comes and raids us every now and then with her people. So what we do is we do a raid at the end of the night, April, to essentially give all our viewers over to somebody else to, essentially join in whatever it is going on over there. That's the great thing about Rumble is it's how you build your community, just like what we were doing in the chat that we have the Patriot Alliance and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and just keep it going and stuff. So
Amazing.
remember, guys,
Yeah.
Wednesdays, myself, Blondie's back. So we get to hang out with Blondie, in-house nurse. We'll see what she's bringing up. I think we're going to push the show to 2 hours on Wednesday so we can talk about some more stuff. And then this Friday, we have Ramsey Frias, who's running for, I don't know why I want to say District 25 in Queens. But he's going to be with us on what do you call it? On Friday night. And then we have a whole lineup the rest of the month. Guys, you guys are going to have guests every single show, essentially. So we're good to go on that one. So without further ado, I am the Big Red One Guy signing out. And remember that together and only together can we break the machine. God bless you all. God bless America and have a good night. I am going to start this raid, fam. We are going over to Handy News, who raided us not so long ago. Hey, fam. You guys probably got about 5 seconds, and then you guys can go say what's up. All right, let me end this.